Hey,
Stuart, dude.
Tubbs. How
Hey,
is
buddy.
Tubbs today?
I'm all right. I can't complain.
So, hello, chat. How is
Hello,
everyone
chat.
after that weekend that we're going to talk about a little bit in a while? So, welcome back to the Culture Cast. It's episode 105. Anyone that's still here probably has mental difficulties.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Not that
Anyone
that's
that
nothing
shows
to be
up
joking
every
about,
week
but
to this
anyway.
show's definitely got problems. Like,
So, thanks everyone for joining us once again. And already the chat is flying, which is great for me. So, you keep me keep me busy while Tubbs talks shit.
hey,
So unfortunately, like with the whole writer strike thing going on, culture cast, pop culture news is basically a bit thin on the ground. Like so,
yeah. To be fair, like,
apparently though that is there's like talks that it could be coming to an end. So there's been a new offer gone in from Disney and the studios and all this crap. So I don't know. I
we'll,
haven't read too much into it. Go on.
we'll see how long the greedy studios take to actually cave on the strike.
Well, it's going to come to a point where they'll have nothing to release, so they'll have to
Yeah,
do
so I have
something
no choice but to kind of
basically.
meet a fucking middle ground. Like,
So like all the stuff as we know is all the stuff in production has to be paused or like lesser stuff has can't been cancelled like as well. So it's going to hit them in the pocket eventually. So
I did see the new Spider-Man movie.
you know what, you can talk to me about that because I've seen lots of things about it and I don't know anything about it. So yeah.
You know, across the new a new Across the Spider Verse.
Okay, I thought you were talking about that Spider-Man Lotus thing that
Oh,
everyone's going on.
Lotus. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard. Yeah, I've heard some fucking weird shit about it. But then again, it's the internet, so is it blown out of proportion? They'll
Yeah,
check
I've
and
kind
let
of
me know about
avoided the
that.
whole thing. So yeah, we've talked enough for now. Let's see what our lovely chatters have to say. And Mr. Gary Force is here. He
G
says,
Force story. Hey, G
"Hey boy,
Force. Actually, can I just
oh,
stop you right there? I said I'd top up. It's actually ironic that G Force is the first comment we read since he is one of our American friends, and to honor him, I'm drinking American cream soda. Good
God,
on you, G Force,
you're such a tit."
dude.
Not in a good way either. He says, "Thunder's rolling in here. Hope it's not too bad. I want to hear about this con." Yeah, I'm looking forward to Tubbs' chat about it actually.
I will just be listening.
80 miles per hour wind and golf ball size hail. And we complain about the weather here.
Yeah,
Fuck
very
me.
much so.
So yeah, like the wind I could take, but golf ball sized hail, that's dodgy. Jono's here. He says, "Hey Brian,
Jono.
Tubbs chat. Howdy again, G Force." Of course, Connor just before we went on had a review of his lovely horse premiere at
Oh,
9 o'clock,
nice.
and it was great. So we were all
Nice.
over in the chat there. Nick says, "I am you."
You
Yes,
are
you are, Nick.
me.
You are me. G Man and Jono. Jonathan says, "Hey Mick, where the smeg were you on Saturday?" Yeah, Mick. Unfortunately, Wexford people are only allowed out sometimes. Like so.
It's kind of like the
Sorry.
werewolf effect once a month.
Well, once a month is even kind of dodgy. You know, you have to be
Okay,
once every
yeah.
3 months maybe. You have to get
Like a leap year
you
full moon type
have to
scenario.
get to Croke Park or something maybe, but that never happened.
Yes.
Daddy's here. Oi,
Sorry,
oi.
Daddy.
Oi, Daddy.
How are you?
G4 says, "Hey, Jonathan, Mick, and Daddy." Jonathan said, "Hey, Daddy." Miss Daddy says, "Hey, G, Jonathan, hey, Mick." James is here. I met James in person the
James,
weekend.
how are you, buddy?
Absolute sound out.
We love
Um,
James.
Fuller Singer says, "Is Tubbs allowed to go to the toilet by himself? Or is it illegal for a man to be holding a boy's penis?"
I mean,
I mean,
it's questionable, right?
Tubbs isn't really a man, like so.
I'm more of a hobbit, so I mean, it's
He's
kind
more
of
of
more like
a
a Shire
halfling.
penis. It's a Shire penis.
Actually, on the subject, this will be a night of divergence. I think on the subject of halflings. Did you hear
Okay,
that they're doing a new Toxic Crusader movie?
I did, and Peter
Can you?
Dinklage is playing him.
That is going to be weird.
And striking another into the halfling news. Did you hear Warner Brothers and Peter Jackson are possibly doing a new Lord of the Rings a trilogy of movies?
Why?
Not a trilogy. From what I read, was one is apparently going to be about Sauron, like the rise from the Third Age up.
Okay.
Um, kind of basically the TV show, but done on a bigger fucking scale. One about Aragon, and like, he's the mystery behind the character.
But
And
Lord
the
of the
Turtles
Rings
apparently
is
Gollum's.
the
Yeah, now they're kind of just they're doing, like, instead of them doing trilogy movies, they're doing solo stories apparently. So
like
Gollum is one that they're doing a full Gollum movie.
remember Fox went down this road.
I
Shut up, I'm sick. Fuck you. Remember Fox nearly went down this road with X-Men and they wanted to do a Magneto origin, a Gambit origin.
yeah,
And
yeah. Now
it
look,
just
it's
ended.
worrisome, but the only thing I will say, Brian, is the fact that Peter Jackson's attached to 50-50. It might be good because you have Lord of the Rings and then you have the Hobbit trilogy. One was better than the other, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was going to just say. I hope they
Yeah.
just don't end up like big CGI messes like the Hobbit was.
I mean, I think they learned the whole, like, you would think they've learned their lesson. Like, don't shoot it in 48 frames, go back to 24. It looks sexier on screen, instead of it looking like Hobbits and EastEnders,
And Lord of the Rings is like nowadays, like that trilogy still stands up.
It's so fucking good. I mean,
Everything
you
out
can
there now.
spot some CGI in places that hasn't aged as good, but as a whole, it's Lord of the Rings is banging.
Anyway, let's keep going. James,
Yes.
hey James, hey Eddie and James, hey Connor, Smeg at Jonathan Redmond. Yeah, it's a Judge Dredd term, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, Smeghead is the thing from Judge
Oh, okay.
Dredd. Who said that? Jared is here, another man I met
Jared
for the
Kane,
first
how are you,
time
sir?
on Saturday. An absolute belter of a fella as well. Hey Daddy, hi Gerard, Mick. It's just basically everyone saying, hey. James says, hey Jonathan, Daddy, Mick, G-Force, Gerard, Connor. Gerard, hey Gerard, Johnner. Hey Connor, and damn Connor.
Now names are just bleeding into each other.
Yeah, it's all becoming a bit of a whirlwind in my head at the moment. James, I am high on antibiotics and steroids, so yeah.
It's like,
Hey, Gerard.
you're moderating.
I have to.
It'll either go one or the two ways,
Manga Fandanga, another man I met in person for the first
Story
time on
loud.
Saturday. Hey, Sai, how's it going? G-Force Racing, Manga Fandanga, you'll never win again. I think that's what that means, right?
I mean, we said it was
Manga
never
Man.
wank again, but
Well, that's your mind at work.
well,
Hey,
in
Jared,
some
James,
places
Sai,
that's
and
what it is.
Connor. Jonathan says,
Aw.
Mick from Red Dwarf, which is kind of apt, considering one of the hosts of this show. Sure, Brian nearly always wears a red cap. Yeah, I've got the like Pepsi / Captain America cap on now.
Yeah,
so-
he's changed it up now, but that we've reached the hundreds,
Well, I got this free, like, so I'm not going to lie about it. And the other one is still in my bag from the other night when I went to Comic Con.
Oh, yes.
Evening, Brian Tubbs. And wait a minute.
Dude.
It's right there behind me. Never mind. Evening, Brian Tubbs. Hey, Baz. How you going, dude?
Story bands.
Manga Fananga is also saying you'll never win again.
Who's not winning again?
Liverpool.
Miriam, how are you?
Miriam, how's it going? Absolute sound as well. Met Miriam too on Saturday. Hope you're all well. Hey, Baz, Miriam. It's been years since I've seen Red Dwarf, lol. Well, we'll just embarrass
That
Tubbs.
show was nightmare fuel, like.
We'll just embarrass Tubbs and you'll see it.
For which?
Well, you'll be a Red Dwarf then if you get embarrassed.
There you go. I did not catch that at the first glance,
Sometimes you have to teach things a few times. Howdy, Baz. Hey, Miriam. Hey, Sai. Miriam. Hey, Miriam. Hey, Brain. Hey, Tubbs. Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Brain isn't working tonight. Tubbsy
His
Wubbsy.
brain is on autopilot.
Tubbsy Wubbsy, 2 minutes late. Mick
I
is
was
my
not fucking 2 minutes late, Mick.
Mick is my dedicated timekeeper.
I was right on time.
You know what? He arrived in the live streams
Precisely when he meant to.
9:30, but then we had to like obviously.
I
confirm.
thought you were doing the Gandalf there. He arrived precisely when he meant to.
But see, anyway, then we had to do the whole like talk for 30 seconds so we know what general direction we're going, and then
Okay, bro.
and then put on the intro. So that made it 32. So 2 minutes late. You're right, Mick. You're dead right.
So that technically wasn't my fault. I was here directly at.
Well, if you were here at 28 past, you'd have been on time. So yeah. He's like a child. Put him in the bowl step now in a minute. Hey,
No.
Miriam. Jared says hello to everyone. Daddy, Jonathan, James, Connor, G-Force, Manga, Vandanga, and Claire. Hibas. Tip of the cap to all in the chat.
Oh, if I had a cap, I would tip to the chat.
Connor, yeah, mental difficulties.
Yes, Mr. Fuller.
When do we want it? When now?
Mental deficiencies, we want them right now, right?
Yeah.
Because they come with
yeah,
medications
Liverpool
and
will
pills
do
from the
that to you.
doctor, so yay.
Jonathan says, I don't think you and Tubbs have difficulty being mental, Brian.
I'm even
You got me
at
there.
the stage. I'm at the stage where I'm thinking Brian went to the doctor. I was like, oh man, like I'm not feeling right, doc. You know, I need like antibiotics and tons of steroids so I can get through the chat with Tubbs. But that's not what he like under his breath.
I've got those motherfuckers on speed dial. I don't even need to ring. I just text them.
And anyone ever noticed he always like he updates his prescription on a Tuesday afternoon just before the show.
That's so I can get Wednesday off and
Yeah. Get through the show and sleep all day Wednesday.
I've blocked Mick, says Connor. Mick, who said that? It was the boogeyman, I'm sure. Hi, Jared. Jonathan said he deserves it for not watching Red Dwarf, Connor. G4 says cream soda is good.
I do agree. And I'm not a big soft drink head. I kind of drink it every now and again. But yeah, I do love me some cream soda.
Mick, sad face. Rebecca Moore, hey, nice to see you. Good
Hello
to have
to you.
someone new in the chat.
Hello to you.
Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Jonathan, he what? Blocking him on Twitter now too. Poor Mick. Why must you block Mick? It's not his fault.
Connor's like Oprah. It's like Connor's like Oprah, just throwing blocks out left and right.
Tom is here as well. Hey, Tom, how's it going, my friend?
Tom Payne and TJC. Hello, boys.
Tom Pine, not Payne. Get it right.
I said Pine.
You said Payne.
Did I? Pine. Sorry, my dear.
Did,
my boy.
I could have it wrong now. I don't know. Hey, Rebecca. Mick says TJC. Connor says, but not Instagram because he's not sound. Yeah, he's not actually on Instagram, so you can't block him there. Hey, Rebecca and TJC. Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. We have curfews here in the southeast. I told you, Tubbs. I was right.
Yeah.
They're not out of Wexford at certain times in the day.
You did call it. You did call it well.
TJC, hey, Tom. Jonathan said, Connor, you'll have something to look forward to when he finally makes an Instagram account. Blocked off the fucking top. Like, hey, Tom, Miss Daddy. Jared says, friend of ours only back from Spain. Never in all the years she's gone has she been told to get off the beach because it was too warm. She said it was unbearable.
Now, to be fair, Grace's friend came back from holidays with her mum the other day, and she was saying that it was unbearable heat. So apparently it was very warm.
He's in Alicante at the moment. It's 29 degrees, so it's not too bad.
I mean, we've spoke about this before. Like I'm good when it's like 18 to 20, 21. When it starts hitting the 24s, 25, 6s and upwards, man, I melt in the corner like and cry like a bitch.
Just another Friday night, so
it's just another Friday night.
Rings of Power was epic.
I fucking agree with you, my friend. I enjoyed it.
Like, obviously, I haven't read the book, so I'm not.
And if Smithlord was in the chat, I would tell him I was quite sports entertained by this. You know.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm not whole into the, like, obviously, I'm not into it as much as the comic stuff, so I don't know a lot of the lore outside of the films and stuff. So
yeah,
a lot of that stuff was lost on me that people were giving out.
I mean, look, I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings, and I'll even admit they kind of did deviate a bit from the.
Like this guy, Rings of Power was fucking something, all right, Jonathan said.
We know Jono did not like it.
TJC. Now I will say the acting in it was pretty subpar at times.
Yeah. There was hit and miss spots in it.
TJC. Brian Tubbs. Jonathan says, I see you have company in the lack of pop culture references. So Mick Drock is from Judge Dredd. Brian. Oh, okay.
So the Smeg thing is a Judge Dredd thing.
So Mick Drock. Yeah. I don't know. I'm even more confused now. Manga Vandang. Wait, so I was there. I was calling him Shabby all day. Twins. What are you going to do? But yeah, like I think that's why Tubbs didn't go. I heard there might be Americans there.
Yeah, see, I mean, I was just going like, I can't. I have to keep up the fucking charade,
Big boy.
the fucking ruse for at least another year, you know.
Sending back to love, technically incapable of tagging.
No
Jared
problem,
says, hey,
buddy.
Rebecca. Manga says, #1 cosplay at Dublin Comic.
Showed up as shabby.
Wait till you see the poster Sai gave me. I might need James' frame for it. Miriam, I don't know, Sai. Chuck, that chick in the red latex swimsuit was pretty mega.
Oh, man, I don't know what that means.
Don't mention things like this to Tubbs because you'll only overstimulate his small brain.
No, it's not overstimulated. I'm going to say one thing, right? Brian went to Comic Con, and I was waiting to see Brian's photographs of like him and the lads and like all the stuff from Comic Con. And Brian took no fucking photos at all. Tell him why, Brian.
There's a story which we'll get there.
You were chatting too much.
Stu is here. Hey, Universal Toy Collector. How are you doing?
How are you, buddy?
Stu, evening Stu, TJC Connor. Stu runs an absolutely class toy channel as well, where he interviews members of the community and posts his own hauls and stuff as well. I don't know why awful. It's terrible. My God. See, it's the drugs. I'm telling you. Hey, Stu. What was that about?
My neighbor is like her TV. I can hear through the wall, and she's like, some fucking murder mystery thing about some fucking dude being strangled.
How can you hear through your walls?
That's how loud it is.
Okay, so when about 10 minutes, I'm going to get sidetracked now again. About
Go
10
for
minutes.
It. I love when you get sidetracked because the whole thing falls apart.
You love the lack of structure, don't you, Tubbs?
Oh, I fucking love it.
No, this is relating to what you're talking about. About 10 minutes ago, about 10 minutes before we were starting, my neighbor will say out at the back of my house, they had one of the kids was sitting on the wall, and he was literally going blah blah blah, doing all this shit, and I was like,
and you could hear it like,
I'm going to go out and punch the face off him. He doesn't fucking shut up.
Dude, I'd be here some weeks, right? And I can hear the TV next door. I can hear kids screaming in the street. I can hear my kids fucking screaming upstairs. I'm kind of going, and I've ADHD, so I'm like, fucking, there's so much fucking distraction going on. What the fuck is that? I can barely focus on the screen and what's going on. Like,
hey, Stu, Universal Toy Collector. Mick is all right at starting on time, but can go 8 minutes over if he needs another go.
Hey, buddy, you need to let that go. You're damn good at what you do, all right?
Hey, Daddy. Hey, Jared. Fuller figures, dim the rules, bud. Brian only came to Comic Con to pick up his Tuesday required ketamine.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Tell them that.
Brian went up to get the ketamine and bumped into the boys and was like, oh, yeah, I'm here for Comic Con, guys.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Mick said, I'm emotional.
Why, Mick?
Max Payne. I actually saw it the other day in CEX, and I'd already spent well over my PlayStation 2 weekly money. It's only a $5.
Now, speaking of Max Payne, how does people feel about the Max Payne movie with Mark Wahlberg? Because I have a fucking weird kind of love in my like place.
They took all his like his drug hallucinations in the movie or in the game and made them into actual creatures.
They did, yeah.
Why?
I mean, look. That's another movie that kind of deviated massively from the subject matter, but yeah, there's something about it. It's like the Resident Evil movies. All 6 of them are terrible, but I've seen them all 100 times each.
Yeah, you've never said that before. You say you loved them, but anyway.
No, I never said I loved them.
Let's not dwell on that. Okay, so you may know this person. It's not Rebecca. It's actually Ben, who is Grace's friend. She told me because I would enjoy it, so it is good so far. Thank you.
What a story, Ben. Ben's next door.
Nice. Thanks for joining.
Ben, turn the noise down, kid.
It's all that sports ball tweeting you do, Mick. I'm emotionally scared from Connor. Well, who isn't? Tom says, pronounced like pine. There's enough pain in this word. That is true, my friend.
Pyne, yes.
Yeah. Tubbs can spell. Well done.
Who knew, huh?
Connor says, I do try. Miriam says, A&W cream soda, my absolute favorite. Miriam, A&W makes good stuff. Hey, everyone. Hey, Shabby. Nice to meet you on
Sturgeons.
Saturday. We're going to continue with this team now, aren't we?
Shabby was in Dublin.
He was. Not sorry. Hey, Shabby. Hey, Shabby. So everyone say hey to Shabby and vice versa. G-Force says, Shabby, are you getting these storms? Of course, they live fairly close to one another, I think. You're in North Carolina, am I imagining that? Or
I mean,
just here, G-Force.
America's kind of.
Mick says the drugs don't work to make you worse, but I know I'm going to see your face again. Yes, because we're going to have you back on this show sometime soon, and you
And
will.
just for anyone that doesn't know who Mick is, right? Mick does not look like one of the Mitchell brothers. I'll just put it out there.
He's the sexy ginger from Wexford. Yeah.
He's not a fat balding fucking Brit.
With the sexy blue gloves, isn't that right?
That the TV fella.
That the TV fella. Tubbs, are you sure it's the neighbor's TV and not just the voices in your head again? I was thinking
no. I'm ripping the piss out of Ben. Normally it was the kids out the street there a few minutes ago were just fucking pure running around screaming. But I can hear it because of fucking distraction.
Shabby, Yoti, just see, Snap Connor, John, hey Shabby. Shabby says, how dapper did Brian look at that wedding? Shabby, I had my Superman in the telephone box moment at the weekend.
I mean, Shabs, like he was on ketamine 2 hours in Dublin, 2 hours before that in Dublin, like, you know.
Oh, it was the fastest. It was honestly the
dressed
fastest
him in the
movie
suit
clothes I've
weekend
ever
at
done in my
Bernie's.
whole life.
She got weekend at Bernie's that wedding, bro. Kate just walked around and kept you up on you were like that.
I could go right. What you said there, I could go straight to the gutter, but I won't.
You should have done, because what's this show without the gutter, right?
It's too late now. But yeah, I literally got home from Comic Con and got changed, had like a sandwich, and was straight back out the door again. So yeah,
nice. So it was literally a flyaway. Like,
hi Miriam. Hey Gerard. Full figure says Shabby Geek. He was still in cosplay as Predator. Mick says Mark Wahlberg is shite in all films. I wouldn't say all films. He's definitely good in some things, like so.
I mean, the ones where he's not playing Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, wait, what? What, mate? You sure? You sure? I loved him in The Departed. He was brilliant in that.
Oh, he was brilliant in that. And he wasn't in, and I think he was better in that because he wasn't in every frame.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He kind of showed up, did his thing, and went like.
Wait, Brian got married? No, not yet. It was my cousin.
Yeah.
Ben is currently, excuse me, currently getting murdered and won't be commenting anymore.
No, Ben is watching. See, look.
Not my fault. Tubbs' nana got to listen to Call the Midwife.
Nice. Very good, Ben.
Hey, Shabs. Hey, that's TGC says, Brian, I've sent my boy Sandar to the Insta chat. He was really proud of it. Yep, I will show that
Deadly
at our corner. Tubbs, it's your job to remind me of that. Our daughter said to say, you're the man off the telly. Thought he was shabby. I love that. Lol, Miriam. Everyone's loving that. Miriam. Mick says driving while on ketamine will be some trip, depending on where you're going on your trip to.
Watching Lord of the Rings on ketamine, now that's a fucking
podcast or live stream disclaimer.
That's a live stream.
We do not take ketamine whilst driving. Tubbs doesn't even drive.
Like, so, we're supposed to say like kids don't ever take ketamine to begin with, but we're like saying like fucking cop the fuck on and take a ketamine, like.
Just be careful where you take
it. Just make sure you're like not in front of a guard station when you do it.
Yeah. And also first thing, do not listen to Tubbs.
I would like to think I give pretty sound advice.
If you're looking for a good Mark Wahlberg
Look
movie,
at now. I got to
watch
tell you,
Patriots Day. Now that is a good
Ben.
movie.
Ben is a young dude, right? And he's got good fucking taste. Patriots is fucking
That's the one,
Patriots
the
is
true
it's
story based on the
Patriots Day.
bombs.
It's Patriots Day, right, Ben? It's a pretty fucking banging film, like
It's the true story of the
about the
Boston
Boston
bombings.
bombings.
So, right,
Mm.
good, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good film.
TJC
That
says,
and
"I
Lone
don't mind.
Survivor.
I don't mind." Yeah, see now you're firing out ones you like. So maybe he's not that bad after all,
He's
Tubbs.
not actually that bad at all. I mean, like people just go, "Oh, the Transformers movies where he was in were terrible." He's
Pain
been in
in
more.
Gain is awesome as
He's
well.
been in
So,
other
yeah.
movies.
I didn't mind Sniper. I haven't seen that one. I don't think.
Sniper was good as well. Yeah,
Wasn't that Entourage show based on Mark Wahlberg's start in
basically
Hollywood?
like fictionalized but
I've never
loosely based.
watched
Yeah,
it. I never watched it.
and
That
to be
one.
fair, I mean, he's produced Ballers and everything. Like Mark Wahlberg's a savvy dude. Like
I saw him. He's small like you. He's actually tiny like.
no fucking glasses, Daddy. Don't be silly.
Would you like a glass with your cream soda, dear Tubbs? Oh, is he frozen? Somebody tell me. To know, Ben, the good guys got caught. So, did you
I
freeze or
don't
did I freeze?
And Bruno was acting up, so I had to go sort him out.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Connor with the controversial comment. Talking about Patriots Day, like.
And the good guys got caught in it. we should let Ben know that, like, Ben, shit can get pretty wild in here, buddy, and just let you know it kind of goes fucking up a kilter, like, you know.
Yeah, and everyone is taking the piss mostly. Mostly. All the time. Jonathan Redmond, yes. Shabby says, looks like you all that went had a great time in Dublin. So what we're gonna do is excuse me. We're gonna do show and tell next. Then we're gonna do some art corner, and then we will talk about Dublin Comic Con. And I will try and remember as much as I can. If anyone else that went that's in the chat would like to come on as well and talk about it, that would be cool. If not, also cool.
Because I have no input in this because I wasn't there. I can only just
and
listen
to be
in.
sure, I will be attacking Tubbs all the time through the whole lot.
Yeah. He'll be giving me grief.
Mick says, every Wahlberg film I see, he's always smart arse, blue collar, wisecracking, so boring.
Mick, you should really check out The Other Guys then with Will Ferrell, because that movie is fucking like hilarious from start to finish. He's brilliant in that.
Rebecca, I keep saying Rebecca. Ben and good war movies are Saving Private Ryan, Fury, and American
Ben, I'm
Sniper.
pretty sure you're too young to know half of these movies. How the fuck is your taste so good? How do you know? You've got pretty good fucking taste in movies, dude.
It was awesome,
All
Shabby.
belters.
Awesome, Jonathan. Nice one here for you, Tubbs. Stu, Universal Toy Collector, says, Tubbs, just to say thank you for your awesome artwork I have hanging up on my wall in the collection room. I'm trying to think where you got that.
How? Explain this one to me, dude. Did I randomly send stuff?
It was really cool, Shabby. Always great.
Thank you.
We'll go on, and if he comes back, we'll see. Always great meeting Cy and DTM, but awesome to meet some new faces too. Awesome, Connor. I love it when everyone meets up. Manga Fandanga. Mick says, I'll give it a shot, Tubbsy Wubsy. I would definitely recommend American Sniper.
Do give it a shot.
What Connor said, great to be able to put faces and so many names in the chat too. G4 says, also we have to have went to the con to participate. Seems
very selective. Dude, I'm on the show and I don't even have input on this. Like
Batman. I'm good with my movies, and Green Mile is great. Until spoiler. Hissien, how are you, dude? What's up, everyone?
Story.
Shabby says, "Come on, Irish Joe Fest next year. Let's do it." Oh, that's a long blah 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 thing. So Stuart says, "I want a set of artwork from a live stream. Your artwork was in it. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yes. The fucking Batman. Yes. Very cool. Very cool. Now it clicks.
Hasty and G-Force. I'm not. Where are we going? G-Force. We all went to see the Batman together too. Jonathan says G-Force. I'm not saying Tubbs hates Americans, but
Dude, we've been over this. I don't hate Americans, just Brie Larson.
I have art from you all that I won on Shabby's stream. They're all up on my boy's walls in his room. He loves them. Awesome.
Very cool, dude.
What is everyone talking about? So at the moment, we're just going through everyone's comments and stuff, and then we're going to be going through our show and tells as well. So, and doing some art then, and then we're going to talk about Comic Con that we all went to at the weekend, except for some.
I told you, buddy. It was the intent was there. It just never happened.
All Tom Hanks movies are brilliant. Even Sully is great.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
Green Mile is an amazing movie, but damn, it's a hard watch.
Yeah, it's a kicker in the fucking stomach, is what it is like.
Evening balls.
Kick in the bones.
I see. Connor, tell the legend that it's Celine that we said hello. That is Mrs. Fuller. What Miriam said. Yeah, great movie. Okay, so I finally did it, Tubbs. I got to the end of the chat. For now.
For now.
Okay. Show and tell. Okay, so Tubbs, have you got show and tell?
My show and tell this week was all the school stuff that I had to get for the kids because I only clicked that they're back to school in 2 weeks.
Okay, so allow me to tell you this.
Yes.
I have stuff for you, but I'm not showing it here.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop it out to you during the week.
Okay.
And you can do it in next week's show and tell.
Okay.
It's from the guys I met at Comic Con, obviously.
Oh, dudes.
So yeah. That'll be
They'll make me cry again here in the show, like, and I'm supposed to be a hard man, like, I mean, fucking.
You're not fucking hard. You cry.
I wear V-neck tops. I'm fucking rock hard. Look at my
dude,
hair.
you cried at Dawson's Creek, for fuck's sake.
Dude, shut the fuck up. What's between me and you?
I remember I caught Tubbs singing, I don't want to wait for our life.
I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't act like you don't know the words.
Yeah, I do, because the shit was everywhere years ago.
Thank you very much, guys. All of you for doing that. That was fucking really fucking dude. Really dude. Really sound.
Really, dude? Really?
Really, dude. That was sound.
I'm cooking him good now. CN says,
cooking him good now.
Never in my life went to Comic. I will go to Comic Con. G4 says, don't get excited. It's a bedroom type. Jesus Christ. Isn't that what?
See, Ben, I was at 9. I can hear the kids outside now.
You don't need to. You don't need to prove it to us, Tubbs. Okay, so my show and tell is from the con. I had expected to have more stuff, but hasn't arrived yet.
Okay.
So
big yourself.
Anyone at the con will know I've received this, and I know James bought one too. I spotted this out of the corner of my eye at a seller.
Oh, you fucking deadly! And you were waiting on him, weren't you?
And I had him bought somewhere else. Well, I had him bought.
Are you still like waiting on the one to arrive?
No, I cancelled the other one.
Oh, you cancelled it already, right.
Now, I paid more than I would have wanted to, €40. Or was it 45? Yeah, 45, I think. But fuck it. Probably would have cost.
And it was the one you were looking for, so
it probably would have cost. Probably would have cost the same with import charges.
Oh, so now you can fucking have your two Ryus beat the sausage off each other, like, yeah.
Beat the sausage. And you know what the fucked up thing is, right? I came home then, and Gerard, the eagle-eyed fecker, put up on the Thundercats group that they had them in Forbidden Planet for $27.99 each.
No, because you told me that. You said that was where to go for them, like.
So then I emailed them, and I got Faye Long, so he should be here tomorrow.
Deadly. So he's not here yet, is he?
So I'll have both the first wave. No, he's not here yet.
Yes.
And then the other thing I got at the con was this. The American mural from London.
You were talking about him when we were looking at the pictures for this bad boy up in our ages back on the show.
Yeah, I've flirted with buying this on AliExpress many times, and it's absolutely massive. Like, I can't even see
Oh,
it.
he's a fucking beast, dude.
So looking forward
Literally
to
a
getting this
beast.
guy out and reviewing him. I've been eyeing him for a long, long time, and I was going around the con with Jared and James at the time, and I spotted him on a trader stand or whatever, and we asked him how much it was. It's 50 quid. I was like, I'm gonna look around and see if anyone else has him. So like about 3 stands up, another guy had him, and he was 50 quid as well. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go back and get him because it's probably 50 quid
Yeah.
everywhere. So yeah, I
But look,
picked
to
him
be
up.
fair, look, I mean, I know it's 50 quid and it's a con. You're not at a con every single week. So, do you know what I mean? Coming away from him and then the box art is fucking deadly. It looks fantastic in it. But like to this day, I still even say like the transformation scene in that film is still
It's
like
horrible, yeah.
but to this day, it's one of the best werewolf transformations in a movie in years, and it was made fucking way before they started to upgrade what they could do. So I'm delighted you finally got your hands on him. Now you can add him into like your movie monsters collection.
Oh, and of course, I
Oh, and
haven't.
just gonna throw it out there before you go on. Thought your fucking Swamp Thing fucking review was fucking cool.
Oh, thank you very much, dude.
Yeah.
And before I go any further, I showed this on Chantel last week, but I actually got it out of the box there the other day.
Did you take it out?
This the Evil Ryu.
Oh yeah. Oh, you did, yeah. Evil
Really,
Ryu. See, as I said, now you can do some cool ass
and you
fucking
know, I said
photographs.
Ryu that time as well. I know we had this
Ryu,
discussion last week. But yeah, he's awesome.
They look stellar, man. For fucking like as you said, there's like, do you know what I mean? Like for the price of them and everything, they're fucking solid figures. Like,
Well, yeah, the figures themselves are fantastic. I'm
mm,
looking forward now to getting the rest in the
like
future.
Ken and things like that. Is it?
Chun-Li is the next one down the line, I think.
Mm.
So then it'll be, I think, Ken and.
Does she come with a built-in shower thing?
No. Weirdos need
For
not.
anyone that's ever seen the manga.
Weirdos need not apply, Tubbs. But where are we? Claire, hey Claire, we met Claire as well on Saturday.
Sorry, Claire.
G-Force, hey Claire, yo Claire.
Claire.
G-Force, Claire P. Hey Claire. Ben says Tubbs will probably go out and hit one of them with a golf club to shut them up.
That is not how I roll.
It's
always a cricket bat.
I 100% believe it.
That's a cricket bat, man. You got to roll the cricket bat.
Like. Feckin' Eagle Eye, Brian. Yeah, we went back and got a few of them. I think we bought all their fucking Ryus that day. Yeah, because as Manga Fananga says, the lovely Jono gifted me that at Dublin Con. So Jonathan went back and bought another one and gave it to Sai. To start him on another line, he said.
That's the problem with collecting, really, isn't it?
James says Savage Fig, cool to get it at the con. James got it at the same time as me as well. He's 25 here, would have cost you double to have it shipped. Yeah, that's the thing, like, with shipping from anywhere, really.
I mean, to be fair, look, what did you say you got him for 40, was it?
45.
Yeah, so if you were to like outside of like maybe a Big Bang Comics or something, you would probably have had to pay fucking shipping regardless anyway.
So the breakdown from Star Action Figures would have been £21.99 plus, I think, either 6 or so shipping. So that's straight away you're hitting nearly 30 quid, and then
yeah.
you're going
so
to
look,
get, you're going to get import charges on top of that as well.
Yeah, so you'll be fucking.
And like I was saying, I think I was saying to you and a couple of the other lads, like when I go to a Comic Con, I always buy one figure that I'm never selling.
Yeah.
Just have a memory of that day, like, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
That kind of thing, like. But yeah. So yeah, Shabby, that's the one that Mr. Redmond got you, Sai. Yeah, that dude had those well hidden in the stall. Well, not really, because when we came around the corner, we'd say it was like an L-shaped stand. So you'd all load of figures here, and then you'd all load of figures at the other side, and he'd one Ryu right at the very far corner over here, and it was actually James Was it James or was it Connor? One of the men you asked any more behind. He said he had a few more.
Right, so they kind of had a few more stacked in, like.
That's the one Mr. Redman got. Good lad, that Rudders. Daddy says, "Oh wow." Jonathan says that Werewolf is awesome. CN says, "I still
I
like
agree.
the Soda Toys version of Ryu more. That is a great figure as well, not to be fair, but it is very old and they are very brittle because I did own them. I did own a few of those back in the day, and yeah, they're very you have to be really careful with them. Basically, more than welcome. Sai. I have the Nightmare fig from the American Werewolf in London.
Oh, deadly.
That's cool as well. Werewolf in London, The Fog, and Halloween 3 are my regular movie watches every Halloween. And Jonathan says, when is Chun-Li due out, Brian? We'll have to keep an eye on Forbidden Planet for her. There's no sign of her in any of the UK retailers, anyway, from what I've seen. And she's just started. Go on.
No, sorry to interrupt you. So I'm saying is when they're releasing them, is it only 2 characters per wave?
It's kind of 3 characters per wave, but when I was listening to the guy from Jada on the live stream, he said with Chun-Li there was a delay because they wanted to get everything right.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be like 2, 1, 2, 1 kind of way. So I think Ken and Ken and Dalsim are next, and Bison.
Right. It's Ryu and Ken I'd like to get.
Yeah, Ryu is class. As I said, message Forbidden Planet on their Instagram.
No, as I said, tomorrow now I'll be doing that.
It cost me €35 posted.
So, that's not bad, no, to be fair, like.
Really good price, like. The Crow is my Halloween film. That's a cracker for us. Yeah, it is. It's a good movie.
I love me The Crow.
I only got 1 Soda Toys of Street Fighter. Ben says we're looking for a good action movie. Rambo First Blood. That's definitely not suitable if you're underage.
Watch those movies, Ben. There's blood in that movie.
Yep, Storm's definitely here now, G-Force. Mind your head, Shabby. I hear there is golf ball size hailstones. Tom says, gotta sign off, recover from the flu, keep safe, and be the sort of person Keanu Reeves would like if he met you. That is great advice. Yes. Yeah, Tom, look after yourself.
Recover well, my friend.
It's a bastard of a disease, flu. Yeah, so see you next week, Tom. Hope you're okay.
Yeah, look after yourself, buddy.
Long line of them, Shabby, probably be rolling through for a while. Get well soon, Tom. Yeah, get well, my friend. Stay safe, Shabby. We will, Terry. You could go out with a baseball bat and film it, and it'd be great content as well.
I mean, let's be honest
how many
about it.
Before you get knocked out. Feel better soon, Tom. In 2008, I had 4 Street Fighter toys from Soda Toys. That's awesome. Let me know what ones you had, because I had loads of them as well. I'm allowed to watch them because they're only good movies.
This is very fair.
Brian, I'll be in Forbidden Planet tomorrow. I don't need anything from there. I got mine already. But Tubbs is after lighting up like a Christmas tree there.
Jared, give me a shout after the show.
Where was we? Jared Kane, so will I after work if they have one left. I think they had like 3 or 4 Ryus though in that picture. They only had 1 fee long though. Then I grabbed that one. So sorry, we're looking for him.
We had a Forbidden Planet here in Limerick years ago. Do you remember?
Yeah, I know the guy who used to work there.
Yeah.
He still has half
he was a bit of a dickhead, right?
No, not the guy. He still has half the stock in his shed. Where was I? Okay, Art Corner. Tonight's Art Corner is brought to you by
Specsavers.
That's a bad thing, Tubbs.
Hey, you wear glasses.
Marion said,
so
no,
do you want me to go first tonight on your car? No, he's
not. There's nothing better than Nick Frost and Sean did. And what's his best friend's name? Simon Pegg.
Yes.
Roll of Now we know who's boss, Gerard. When are we all going to Marion's for tea? I don't think it's fair. Gerard gets all these awesome dinners and we don't.
Yes, this is true.
Uh, so yeah, putting the foot down is always good. I have to do it with Tubbs all the time, like so. Okay.
He's a very what's the best way to put it? He's a very stern wife, is Brian.
Okay. So this is
You are.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up. Brian,
okay,
we should do our Connor. Remember, Brian, we should do our Connor.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay. I'm just to remind you. You told me to remind you.
I'm setting it up.
Okay, buddy.
I was just actually announcing it and you interrupted me, dickhead. This is TJC's young lad's art.
Yes, you go.
His My Boy's sand art. Freaking work. Okay. So there is sand art. That's really, really cool.
Oh, cool out, dude. Oh,
like
dude,
that,
that's fucking my twin daughters are fucking obsessed with the Rainbow Friends, man.
So I know nothing about that.
That's what it is. The Rainbow Friends. There's blue, orange, red, green, and purple. But they all have these different kind of. One can see you, the other's blind, the other fucking runs fast.
Wait, is this the thing that you had on the last day I went in to see you?
Yes, they were showing you the Rainbow. Bet was showing you the Rainbow Friends thing the last day we were out.
Yeah.
This is the guy. It's blue with the crown.
I vaguely remember that.
I love that Brian sitting there was, that's what they were showing me.
Yeah, but see, sometimes like when you have something on, there and now it doesn't go into your brain, but it does go in there somewhere. So
do you remember the last day you called out? Your Bet was showing you the Rainbow Friends, and then Lauren then was like adamant she wanted to fucking fight you in AEW Fight Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't make me bleed in the game.
That's really cool, TJ. That's really cool, Terry.
She's been training for the next day you call it. She's been playing the game, getting ready to fucking play another game with you. Like,
I know. I haven't played it in ages, actually.
So well done to TJC's nephew or grandson, son.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. Okay, so next we have a short art corner this week.
It's cool. That's cool. I have art as well this week.
Short. Oh, you have art as well. Perfect.
I do.
So this is from Mick's Mini Mania time, and the blue gloves are back.
For anyone who hasn't seen these, right? These are hand painted miniatures. Look at his hands. The blue gloves are back. The blue gloves are back, but kind of faded. So, like, where has Mick had those?
Anyway, whatever about the gloves, the
and Mick is still sticking with the green palette. I love it.
The Limerick attitude is fantastic for him. The support for Limerick is beautiful.
The green silver-armed devil.
These are absolutely class.
Yeah, fucking unbelievable, Mick.
Someday Mick will start an Instagram and
Mick, I'm going to have to just fucking buy you one of those fucking McFarlane fucking completely fucking uncolored fucking, what are they called?
Yeah, blanks.
The blanks, and send it to you, and then you can fucking.
I don't know, like I'm sure the rest of the guys saw it, but when we were walking around the other day, there was a guy dressed up as one of these.
Oh, really?
He was like 8 foot tall. I was like,
you were saying that the fucking the cosplay was fucking banging, like.
But the funny thing about it though was the first thing that came into my head was, I wonder how long this would take Mick to paint.
Just sit there and just paint an 8 foot fucking sculpture. But I'm assuming he'd bring out the big boy paints then, like, you know.
That's this show's fucking influence in my brain all the time.
Like, look at the grids on the back, guys. Like the fucking.
So it's the spent ammunition as well on the ground. It's fucking
class. Mick, keep churning them out, kid, because they're fucking banging every single week, man.
That's cool as well.
Yeah.
The gold is fantastic. That shine, wow. And last one.
So
Check that out. Like,
so you keep adding to the list, don't you, dude?
he's making an army, man.
He's just making an army week by week, yeah. You're gonna have to start getting a wide angle lens, but to fucking kind of like bounce all that shit in.
Oh no, that's perfect.
No, because every week he adds more, it's gonna get bigger and bigger. You're gonna have to like widen the lens to fit these fuckers. Or we forget they're fucking small. You can just
pull
step
back
backwards. Just take a step back.
Tubbs with all these trying to get in all these flashy camera terms. Okay.
I know cameras are right. Well, to a point.
So before we go to get onto yours, go through the comments again. Shabby Geek just calling around 6 and I'm in the area. They have to feed me. Connor. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and Paul. Hilarious. Loved them as a duo. Yeah, it's a good movie too.
Yeah, they've got some banging duets like Paul and fucking. What's the end of the word when we're in the pub?
I didn't like that one.
Oh, yeah. It was the worst of the three.
That's cool, Terry. Cian said I had Ryu, Akuma, Sagat, and Vega, but now I have Guile. I had Vega and Guile as well. Vega was
like you were all in on the line point, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get all the.
Yeah, you're all in on it, like.
That's and even more so since I got one, like.
Yeah. So now that you kind of
like it's what's the word? It's fine judging reviews and stuff, but you don't really know if you like them until you get in hand. And they're fucking brilliant.
I mean, I've said that about like McFarlane figures when I've got them as well, as like they look unreal and you see them in the box, and then some of them then you take out. And do you remember, like, I think it was like the first Superman I ever got, like, or it was the Man of Steel one, and
the one that was in Smiths was terrible.
No, but I text Brian. I was like, Brian, how do I loosen joints? And he was like, he was then running me through it, and there's me trying to get the arms to fucking open up, and because some of them do stiffen up in the box, like the longer you leave them in there. I heard it. I heard it in my head.
No comment.
And I didn't even mean it to sound like that.
Yeah. It's my mind. It's my mind that went there this time. To be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, because your mind that went there, but it was my mouth that said it.
That even sounds weird now to me. That's really cool, Terry. That's cool. Tubbs, my boy, is mad about that game also.
That's brilliant, dude.
That's cool. Then he blue gloves.
Okay, so to establish, right, I said a while ago, nephew or grandson. We've established it's your son. I'm sorry, it's your son's picture.
Mint Mick.
Mint Mick.
Salamanders Mick. Awesome Mick. Stellar work as ever. Oh, Mick,
always, I love it.
Are awesome.
Stellar work, my friend.
Mick, I should have a statue in Limerick, Brian. No, I think you do a bit more than that now. Like win 4 in a row or maybe 5 in a row next year. At the old cricket, as Tubbs says.
Cricket bats and fucking and
fabulous
ponies, Shetlands out the front.
Awesome. Well, Connor's got ponies now.
He does.
Nice one, Mick. Nice one, Mick. I picked up an artist blank for Side to Paint.
Nice.
Yeah, that Space Marine dude was awesome. Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about. He was absolutely class. Couldn't believe the height of him. He made me look like a Tubbs next to him.
So you felt what it was like to be me for a day?
No, no, not that small, like, but anyway.
I suppose, yeah. Shire and Hobbit fucking feats and all that jazz.
Mangus says might be best sending Mick that pic. That might be best sending that Mick for painting. G. That figure for Mick. McFarlane makes the Warhammer blanks too. Mick says I need a better camera phone. Don't mind that camera snob, Tubbs.
No, you don't, buddy. I'm only joking with you. All you need to do is take a step back. Sorted, done.
Cheers, guys, for the lovely comments.
You're very welcome, dude.
Have the champion to do last for the squad. Nice, Mick. Looking forward to seeing him. What I do collect is diecast, police, fire, and ambulance cars. I spent nearly $2,000. Jesus,
dude.
That's heavy.
You've already caught the collecting bug, but
here in California, there's a store they were selling Sota toys of Street Fighter. Yeah, I think I picked up mine on Facebook groups or something at the time.
Yeah.
A long time ago, though. What diecast, Corgi, Hot Wheels, etc. And Ben said So Shabby, this has been, I think he's using his mother's account or something like that. So I collect Oxford Matchbox. I have a few Corgi RNLI boats and loads more.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. No problem, Mick. Thank
Well,
you.
you're welcome, Mick.
Oh man, that's really cool. Yeah.
They're all calling you Rebecca now, Ben.
Today you are Rebecca.
Yes, it's all
I'm
good.
in I'm
All
in the
good.
horse business now myself. Connor's a cowboy now.
So explain this. Did Connor
I'm
actually
not
buy a
reading out
horse?
that word, Jonathan, but yeah, I agree with you. Yeehaw. Changing his
It's a
name.
term of slang, but
Changing his name to Clint Fuller.
Clint Fuller, I love it.
And he's going climbing brook. No,
Connor,
no,
I'll be giving you a shout if I ever go shoot a movie that I need an old pony or a horse for. Like,
you've loads of them in your backyard, Tubbs. What you're saying, like?
yeah, but they're owned by other people. I can't just take them.
I have loads of Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and Corgi cars that I need to have a sort through at some point. Connor said, I like to eat baked beans, bar, camp bar.
That you do, my friend.
I have tons of Hot Wheels, but Matchbox would be cool to collect. I used to collect Matchbox cars as a kid, actually, as a child.
I think everyone had those at some point.
Because I think like you had them in what would have been Quinsworth, I think at the time, which would have been Tesco.
Yeah.
What would be Tesco now, and they had them like at the end of the till. So if you're going shopping with your mother, be a good boy and I'll buy you a Matchbox car.
Yeah, as you're leaving the shop, can I get those cars there, kid?
And if you don't, then you scream the house down until you get your way.
And what did you do with those? I used to do this thing where I'd set up like rulers, and I'd attend them at the top of the stairs, and I just fly those fuckers.
Let's not start lying now, Tubbs. You used to melt them.
I used to what?
You used to melt them.
No. That was the wrestling action figures. And there's a story behind that. I did that. No, probably people are gonna fucking hate me for this.
See, he's modern, so that means he's lying.
No, I'm not modern. Boogie Bop that comes on the show sometimes. My friend Phil. He was a big Star Trek fan, and we were in Smith's, and he wanted this Picard figure, like fucking, and it was the last one left, and I bought it. And then when we got, I can't even tell the story.
Tubbs' villain origin story coming up.
So when I got home, I made him stand in front of me as I melted the fucking figure in the kettle. But before his wedding, I surprised him with with the actual figure he never got. So it kind of went full circle.
What you're telling me is your best friend had a figure he really, really wanted.
Yeah.
You bought it instead, melted it, and then made him look at it. And then to add insult to injury, you made him live the rest of his life until he was no longer a free man to give him back.
Yes, basically, yeah. I give it on the last day of his freedom.
I'm rethinking this whole friendship thing here, Tubbs.
Don't do it. I haven't melted
what
any
have you
of your
done
shit
to
yet.
me that I don't know about yet?
Do you know? That was one of my fighter moments, but he forgave me, and we're still friends.
You evil bastard! Wow.
I get him on the show one night to like tell his events about how he felt from inside.
I would like that.
I will tell him.
Very much. Hope there's some toast in that mix, Connor. Noxious gases. CN says, I have to go. See you now, guys, later.
No problem, dude. Thank you for showing up and having fun.
See you, CN, later, CN. Fuller say, Tubbs, my heart would fit perfectly for you as it happens.
Nice.
I broke Brian's comment reading. Chris is going to really have to up his game now. Well, we can't insult minorities on this group, on this chat, I'm afraid. And that's what they are now. So yeah, let's say any more with that. My father has a Coca-Cola truck that is a young old, and they're working. I had one of those up to a couple of years ago. It's still below my mother's house, actually.
Oh shit, dude!
On display in her like crystal cabinet or whatever.
Because I haven't looked at it in a long time, but they genuinely are worth money. Like
Quinsworth.
Jesus, remember that fucking Mick?
I literally just said it a few minutes ago.
You did Quinsworth. It used to be, now it's Tesco. Yeah. Shit.
Power just blipped. Have to wait for the router to reboot.
No
MOD
problem, dude.
Extra is on. Hey, dude, how are you? Don't
Story.
forget to check out his review later. After here, what's going on, folks? How y'all doing today? We're doing good so far.
Doing good. We're doing good.
Howdy, Chris. Manga says horse. I thought that was a unicorn. Stick a cone on his head and you'll be grand.
Even the horse was on a horn. That's all it was.
Connor's one step away from joining Shabby and Stu's My Little Pony Club. Yeah, I brought that up. Just a little bit smaller now. You've got a My
The
Little
boys
Pony.
will show up to Comic Con next year as bronies.
I want a unicorn. All right, lads. What's the topic of discussion? I'm running well late. So basically, we're just finishing our art corner segment. We have one more to do, and then we're going to be talking about Dublin Comic Con, which was on the weekend, where we met up with some of the guys from the chat for the first time and some for the second time, and go through that. Shabby with Sergeant Connor. Shabby says he needs a VIP treatment to join Mr. Redmond. About the My Little Pony Club. Him out extra. Gains Collectibles viewers art entries and abusing me by all accounts. Oh, Tubbs, you haven't heard the story about Connor yet from Comic Con.
No, I can't wait to hear it.
An attempted murder story, it might be. When did I join the Little My Pony Club?
It's never too late to join the My Little Pony Club, buddy.
You love it, Connor. Yes, he does. Don't try and be cool, Stu. We all know, mate. I've even seen it on the live stream. You've got a little My Little Pony. Brian, we insult Tubbs all the time, and midgets by definition are minority.
This is very fucking true.
That's because I know Tubbs, and it's okay to insult someone you know.
Yeah, but you don't know how that hurts the Shire, Brian, all right?
But the Shire's in New Zealand, and that's millions of miles away, and I don't care.
Still my hometown, all right?
No, it's not. Stop lying. That's a character. There's no shame in pony love, Stu. Ask Shabby. It's in your mind, Tubbs. It's in your mind. Yes, love, in your mind. Oh, that is so getting clipped, G-Force. Friendship is magic, folks. It is.
It is.
Magical. Universal Toy Collector says, G-Force, we know Shabby has love for My Little Pony. And is anyone looking for a soldier for a war movie? I'm open.
Well, dude, if we're ever making a fucking movie about soldiers, we'll fucking give you a shout.
MLP for life. Tubbs isn't that short. Shh! Don't tell
I'm not.
him.
Now he lives next door. He can vouch for that. I'm not very
how-
tall, mind.
How tall is Ben, Tubbs?
Ben is taller than me. I'm not gonna lie.
So what age is Ben?
Ben, what age are you? 15? 16?
See, there we go, guys. A 16-year-old is taller than Tubbs. He's pretty short. Anyway,
Yeah, but
Tubbs,
see, I shrank, dude. I hit my.
it's not even a word.
Shrank?
Shrunk.
Shrank. Yeah, fucking. Now we're just doing tomato.
I have BOE will be making another war movie, lol. 15.
There you go, 15. Yeah.
Is Ben tiny?
So we've established Ben is 15, right? And he's amazing taste in films.
You
And
know,
he's taller than
at
Tubbs.
Comic Con, Tubbs, I feel I actually got questions of how exactly tall are you? So
Me.
about up to my shoulders, right?
Well, I'm 5'4".
And I'm 5'9".
Yeah, so about. No, I'm not. You'll
Yeah,
have to
you're
call
about,
the next day
you're
you're out, and
you're about up to my shoulder, aren't you?
we'll take a proper photograph side by side, and we'll take our shoes off to get the proper dimensions of our height together. Do you know what I'm saying?
But sure, like, I'm not going to lose anything from my shoes. Like, you wear the same shoes as me. Almost.
Or I wear shoes, and you won't.
Ben said he's 5'11".
Jesus Christ,
That's
man.
taller than me. So,
Fuck.
one good thing about what are they feeding them out there? One good thing about these storms is the hot weather gal has been dominating the news.
Dominating the nose.
You and that weather girl, G-Force. G-Force no mowing the lawns this weekend. That's tall.
Just pay a guy to do it, but
G-Force says, Tubbs, you really 5'4"?
yeah, 5'4", dude.
Okay, Tubbs, get out your art. Let's go.
Okay, this one is actually for you, bud.
Oh, for me.
Brian was my inspiration. Now, when I say inspiration, right, I was drawing stuff earlier in the week, and I was fucking putting stuff around, and then I got bored today, and I wanted to try something different. I wanted to get like, fuck it, I'll throw all proportions out the window. I just want to fucking just draw something on a page and get messy with it, and just fucking fuck around and see what I can do with
Get jiggy with it.
like one or two or three colors and a bit of Tipex and fucking all that shit. And this is kind of what my brain came up with, Brian.
Spider-Man 2099, I love it.
Yes, see, when I was drawing it, I was like, Brian likes Spider-Man 2029, doesn't he? But it was like that. Look, it was.
That's class.
So I basically just like designed when I was coming out. I designed it into like a fucking kind of a weird fucking spider.
It's like he's striking from the shadows.
Yeah, basically, like, yeah. And as I said, there was no thought going into it. It was just like I was drawing him, and then I was like, I started just going, fuck it, I fuck around with this now as I'm drawing it and see what I can come up with. But yeah, so that's kind of what I came up with, like web effect in the back and all that bollocks. And I will say one thing: I used so much black that I was kind of high after it.
So you were sniffing the ketamine, like, were you?
You go, no, the fucking, like, anyone will tell you from the lads that use a lot of blacks and stuff. If you're fucking using like fucking permanent markers or Sharpies or alcohol pens, or like after a while you can feel your eyes like fucking watering up. But yeah, so there's like just get a better look of it here with the camera. Yeah, there. So yeah, it's just so that's my entry for this week.
That is really cool, dude.
It's, as I said, it's not. It's just a fucking kind of a mess of fucking color on a page, basically, this week.
Yeah, well, it's fucking class stuff.
Which is basically, and it took me a half an hour to do. So.
Oh, that's fucking really good.
Yeah, so I just fucking went crazy. I just one drawing and fucking coloring it. I really, do you know what I was trying to do, dude? I was trying to I was trying to just see if I could do something fucking messy, but see would it still come out kind of anyway half decent. Just fucking around, just doing new, without kind of just trying to like really kind of take my time, just go fucking mental with it and just draw fucking, go mad. And basically that's what I came out. And I'm actually pretty fucking impressed at how it came out after fucking half an hour's work. So that's
really, really good, dude.
Nice, thank you, dude.
Says, G-Force, that a TV person or your neighbor? 2 foot tall, G-Man. I'm a whole lot taller than my nana by 2 heads.
That you are.
No, the neighbor is in West Virginia. I've been feeding her pussy cat. Very nice using of words.
That is fucking visual there, but
here in Ireland we say feeding the pony, but anyway.
Yes, we do.
Jared said there's not a breath. Fucking hell. There's not a breath of fresh air, and the smell of grass is fucking unreal. I'll try living in the fucking countryside. West Virginia.
I do love one thing, I will say, right? I do, in the summertime, especially in Ireland or around where we are, I do love like fucking cut grass and rain. That smell off the grass when it rains. And
probably get that out here, like.
Oh yeah, but fucking it's just nice. Thanks to Daddy.
Amazing Tubbs.
Thank you, Daddy. I stuttered the shit out of that one.
I've infected you, Tubbs, with my brain.
And I was slagging Brian about it a while ago, like.
Amazing Tubbs. Jesus.
Nice one.
Oh, look at that. Great work, Tubbs.
Thank you very much, Mr. Feather.
Universal Toy Collector says, awesome artwork, Tubbs.
Thank you, dude.
Jono says, that is so cool, Tubbs.
Thank you, Jono.
Fandango's hitting with the emojis.
Thank you very much, Site.
Mick says, smoking the forbidden fruit, Ager Kane.
Yes.
Whoa, Tubbs. Really good, mate.
Nice one, James.
James says, that's very good, Tubbs.
Thank you, James.
And Ben says, Tubbs, I have a picture I would like to put up on our corner next week. I'll give it to you.
Do fucking, or yeah, send it to us, or I'll even, yeah, or even, do you want to send it? So give it to me, and I can send it to Brian.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And then and we'll put it up. Yeah, we'll put it on the show for you next week. But
Gerard said Tubbs is the same height as Miriam.
Deadly.
This class, Tubbsy Bubsy.
Nice one, Luke.
When she's on a ladder, Gerard. So you're saying you drank the alcohol pins, Tubbsy Wubsy?
Basically, Maker just fucking started chugging down the alcohol pens and the fucking Sharpies and went nuts.
I meant when he bloody autocorrect. Oh,
When he bloody autocorrect is the devil.
Daddy says, I'm off, guys. Need to sleep this headache off now that the Tooth Fairy mission is complete.
No
Good
problem
night.
at all, Daddy.
Better that's have a good night.
Sleep well,
hopefully.
get better.
Get rid of that headache. I think we're making people sick, Tubbs. That's two now.
Yeah, dude, that's you with your fucking antibiotics and your steroids and your fucking mental fucking madness.
Night, Daddy. Nice one, Tubbs.
Nice one, buddy.
Fantastic artwork, everyone. G-Force sent me a vid. Ooh, I'm worried. Hold on, I have to check this out. Should I be worried?
I mean, I think you really need to fucking watch it before you show it. Well, to be fair, it's G-Force. If it was Smitlard, I'd be fucking definitely fucking check that shit out before you play it.
Now, where did you send it to me on? Is the question. I have to find it now.
Brian, are you stressing on the socials trying to find that there now? You?
No. I am under no stress, my friend.
G-Force sent it to your PO box.
I don't have a PO
Do people
box.
still use PO box, by the way?
I think some American YouTubers use them, but I don't.
Okay, yeah.
Night, Daddy. Later, Daddy. G-Force as well. Ben said, would it be possible if I could text you on Messenger after this about the picture? Yeah, text me or Tubbs, whatever.
Not about it, don't you? Either one.
Night, Daddy. G-Force or Fuller says, what about the court order to stop harassing Brian? No. He lifted it, Connor, as he is a gentleman. News reports may not be accurate. That's all I'll say. Twitter, okay.
Twitter.
That helps.
So now you know where to go.
Okay, it didn't send yet anyway, so.
Well, we'll keep yappering while we're waiting on the old vig.
The old vig?
The old vig. Not to be mistaken for veg, because that's not what I said.
Tubbs.
Right? Yes?
Stop. Stop being a naughty boy.
I'm not being a naughty little boy, right? I'm trying to fill the awkward silence because you were fucking looking for that video. Who sent you on the Twitter.
Okay, so we keep going. Dublin Comic Con. First off.
Yeah.
Where the fuck were you, Tubbs?
Who?
Where the fuck were you?
Yeah, I know. As we explained to Brian, there was intent to go and there was motions being made to go, and then stuff happened, so we couldn't go. So
basically, it's not your fault, right?
Yeah, basically.
Tubbs couldn't go. That's fine. I even offered him a ticket at the last minute.
Yeah, and I was fucking gutted.
And he couldn't go. Look, people have families. Families have problems. Stuff comes up. Whatever. That shit happens.
Real life showed up at the wrong weekend. Basically.
So I just want to make this thing right. Dublin Comic Con is on again next year, and rumors would have it that some of our friends from the UK are coming over again next year.
Okay.
Although I cannot confirm. But I'm putting this out there now.
Yes.
This is August 2023.
Before you go any further, I told you the other night that I will actually move the stars to be at the next one. So.
Well, I'm not going to move the stars. I'm just going to get a group of people, kidnap you, fuck you into the boot, and drive you.
Well, look, I think that's enough to guarantee I'll be at it. I'll be tied up and with ropes and stuff, but I'll be at it because Brian will have taken me from my home.
Oh, yeah. No, of course I'm joking, but
no, we will. As I said to Brian, we'll definitely make it work the next time.
It was a bit of a nightmare of a day, so me having to drop you home on the way back would have fucked my night even more.
Yeah, I mean, even still.
So it worked out for me in a way.
But it would have been cool if I could have had gone as well. You know what I mean?
Everyone was asking for you, and
guys,
Like I probably would have had to hold your hand through the thing because of all the crowd.
Yeah, but to be fair, and
A
he's not
small
even
children
joking.
can be lost.
He's not even joking, right? And I will say one thing. Brian knows me well enough to know what I'm like, all right? Brian's been out and about with me in the real world. I do suffer from
Yeah.
stimulation overload. I go fucking mental when I see like he probably would have had to have like chased me down at some point in time. I would have went fucking missing and just went fucking off and on a run.
But yeah, look, right.
What was that?
It was just Ben saying, I have you up tubs, I will text you and you can ask Brian about it. G4
No
says
problem at all, Ben.
it's nothing great, just how hard it's raining.
Mm.
Manga says Dublin Con 24. Yes. Mod Extra says, yeah, real life versus nerd life is a legit thing. I've been madly busy lately. Connor says
It,
Dublin Con 24, he's
it
in.
can be a pain in the cunt. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, vagina. My
No,
apologies.
anything works. But I just read a comment further down.
Okay,
Claire
okay,
says
okay.
Dublin Con 2024. Jonathan will definitely be there. James too. And Jonathan, to be fair, anyone asked me where Toes was, I just pointed at the nearest little kid in cosplay.
That's tough. That's our boy. Look at him. That's
That's
our
what I
boy.
laughed at.
I love it. You fucking messer,
Telling
Jono.
I would like to go and see Dublin Con, but I don't know who would go. You have a year to find people, so
There you go.
uh, I'll take that air corner thing off. So yeah, I'll just give you a bit of a rundown of my day because it it was pretty fucked up actually.
Okay.
So like, I Limerick to Dublin is usually like 2 to 2.5 hours drive, and I know the way to the convention center. But me being trying to be clever, I set up my GPS thing and to try and go the back way to the convention center and avoid the city center. So, firstly, what I didn't
I'm sorry,
realize.
I'm 12.
Go on. I know what you're doing now. Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm. So how was the back way?
basically, the way to avoid the city center, and I went up by ended up on the fucking all the toll roads. Ended up paying 3 tolls by the time I got to the convention center. Or no, 2, sorry, and I still got railroaded into going through the city centre, and I went down by Tulka
That's
Park, where Shelbourne Football Club is, and a load of these pure dodgy back streets, and ended up being almost
Dublin has many.
and I ended up almost 40 minutes later than I should have been there. So then the next thing, Connor will appreciate this. I anytime I got stuck in traffic, I was texting Connor and Jonathan saying, I'll be there this time, we'll be there that time. So one of the messages, I was in Dublin at this point, and Connor says, whatever you do, stay away from the car park. It's full. And I was like, shit, what am I going to do? So then he texts me on this location, which was like 5 minute walk or something. And you know me, I can't walk far, like, because of bad chest and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? No, I'll take a chance and I'll head for the car park and see what happens. So I got to the car park, drove right in, and got a space right next to the elevator. It was practically empty.
So it basically worked in your favor, like when you got
I
there.
was like, Connor, you prick. What are you trying to do to me, man?
Connor was trying to send you down the fucking like down to the very other side of it. Because Connor knows
Oh,
you like to have a good brisk walk.
I know. Miriam, Jonathan, those are not good betting odds. Yes, Dublin Comic Con 2024. Connor said that's where I grew up.
That's where
Well,
you grew up.
I'm sorry if I insulted that part of town, but yeah, I'd never been down that way before, so it was all new to me. That there was a sign, yeah, and all the signs had been moved when I got there. So then I walked in right, and I swear to God, at the entrance, it felt like the whole of Jonathan said this as well. When you're going in, it was just like a sea of people. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to find anyone in this place? So I think it was Jared that said that they were all over at the Big Bang stand. So I walked around a bit, And eventually then I think it was Connor I saw first actually. And I walked over and I was looking around because because we only knew a few people by face. And
Yes,
I
by
was like,
face, yeah. Because we've
I was like
established
looking
that we thought Mick looked like a fucking like a Mitchell brother.
so there was like everyone was all around the circle talking and talking to Connor and Jonathan, who I knew as well, obviously, and Simon. And then I was like looking around at the rest of them. I was like, which one is which? Who's who? it was a
You
weird.
just couldn't figure out who was who. Like,
It was weird for a second because I had never met Jared. I had never met James. I don't think who else had I not met. I maybe I had met DTM, I think. But yeah, eventually then we all were shaking hands, blah blah blah, and that was a really really cool moment. Like it made that alone, I think made the car journey worthwhile. Like so,
well, look, you seemed like, I mean, even though you had like to go to the con, go through fucking all the tolls and get the fucking traffic and get in there and find everyone and then go around and everything else and then fucking fly back and go to a fucking wedding. You still like you said like you seemed to have had a good fucking day. Like,
yeah, like I'm disappointed you couldn't be there. Obviously, I'm
oh man, I'm
disappointed.
disappointed I couldn't be there.
I'm disappointed like Smith couldn't come over
Yeah.
or whatchamacallit, Mick couldn't come up or whatever. But like, as I said, life gets in the way. But I have to say the funniest moment, right? I'd say I was only there about 10 minutes chatting to the lads or in the Big Bang stand or whatever. And Gerard, who I had never met before, comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, Brian, come over here and I'll show you this." And James came with me. And all of a sudden, without even thinking, I'd gone halfway around the convention center following Gerard, looking at this, that, and the other thing. I was like, wait a minute. Where is everybody?
What did you tell me actually about Jared? You said if me and Jared were left in a room together, nobody would
Uh,
get to speak because we're both talkers. And
yeah,
like I
Gerard.
reckon.
I think I have to say, Gerard, you and Tubbs would get on really, really well.
So I think if Comic Con 2024 becomes this big fucking thing where we all meet up, me and Jared have to like stick together all day and just like, you know, narrate the fucking conversation while one videos and the other fucking talks. Because
But like,
Brian was saying don't record that. I'm going to record everything.
no, I wasn't saying don't record nothing. I was saying like enjoy it with your eyes. Don't live your life through a
Oh
lens.
no, I will.
That's
What I'm
what
going to
I
do
did.
is I have a year to prepare. So I'm thinking I might buy a GoPro for my chest, for my two shoulders, for my back, my two ass cheeks, and then on my feet. So I get all the angles while I'm taking it all in with my eyes.
So you will get like lots of footage of people's shins and knees.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But I mean, like, that'd be all. Like, that isn't that what Comic Con footage is
I
normally
would say
anyway.
as well, right? You know the way you were talking about Mick earlier, saying that
Yes,
you thought he was Phil Mitchell until you
yes.
saw him.
Well, no. That's the picture I had in my head.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you didn't know what to expect, kind of thing.
Yes,
And I
yes.
think that I was the same with Jared, Miriam, and James. I had no idea what to
You
expect.
thought James, Miriam, and Jared were Mitchells?
No, you always have an idea of someone
Of
built up
course,
in your head
yeah.
before you
Yeah.
meet them, and then it was totally different when I actually met them. For the better, obviously.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
a special shout out to Jared and Miriam. They're just awesome, as we said.
He did say this to me
Proper Dublin
afterwards.
folk, like.
He did big you up a lot, guys. He was talking lovely things about you. To be fair.
But same with Connor and Celine and whatever.
Mm.
Great people, great couple as well. And everyone there, like I could be here like singing people's praises. James as well is absolutely lovely guy as well. Got to hang out for a good while with him. Fantastic guy, really, honestly is. And he's every inch what you get in the comments as well. So
Yeah.
and obviously Jonathan and Connor, I've met them twice now, and again, great guys. And we chased down a Street Fighter figure together and got lost twice in the process.
That's where the real bonding happens, right?
And the funniest
You
thing,
know?
right? The thing about Comic Con, by the time we were looking for that Street Fighter figure, three things happened. First, myself, Connor, and Jonathan walked over to the stand or whatever, and I got accosted by two guys running a podcast called the Sherlock.
Did they
Sherlock.
know you?
Yes, I'm getting
Okay,
there. I'm
okay.
getting there. So you remember Mick Leonard, who was like the first comment,
Yes.
who was like the first comment ever on the Culture Cast.
Yeah.
So he does a podcast, sorry,
Yeah.
and they were interviewing cosplayers and social media people at the con. So they asked me would I do a quick interview. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Like, both Connor, of course, and Jonathan points at me like. So I thought, so because the room was so big, I was like, yeah, lads, where I got the Street Fighter figured out was off over in that corner. So off went the two boys and I said, catch up with them. So then after the interview was done, I was 10 minutes looking for them around in the corner.
Jesus Christ.
And I'd realized that that shop wasn't exactly in the corner. It was just on the way there.
It was just the way. So you had to
So
go
I was
fucking.
standing there at that stand for about 5 minutes, looking around, looking down at the figure, making sure no one fucking took it. And eventually, I walked over and found them again, and we went back over looking, and then somehow, I don't know how it happened, we just got turned around again, and lost each other again. So Connor
So
had to go
basically,
over.
what you're saying is you really do need to kind of like hold hands at this Comic Con, like.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about
So
holding
you
your
don't
hand.
lose your party, like.
But eventually, like Connor went over and told the guy, or asked the guy would he hold the figure for him so we could go back and find Jonathan again. So yeah, we got there in the finish, and Jonathan bought the figure and gave it to Sai as a present.
That's
So it
fucking
was
cool. That's really cool.
And of course, I didn't even mention the guys that come over from the UK, Sai and his missus and DTM were class as well. Such
Yeah.
a really like we've talked to them in live streams, and exactly the same. Just sound out.
See, and it's weird to me because, as I said, obviously I'm sick and I didn't get to go and meet the guys in person. But you can tell even when people are on live streams too, there's just a real fucking.
There's
It's just an
genuineness.
open. It's a genuine open floor, in fact, and everyone just kind of, and I mean not and everyone else's channels as well. It's just, but I can only speak from the Culture Cast, and it's always felt organic. It's never felt
Yeah,
forced.
100%.
It's always just felt natural. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I think what's built such a cool dynamic with like me and you on the show, and everyone in the chat could have. It's not just people chatting. There's an open dialogue between all of us, and that's fucking what makes this show.
And what I want to say as well,
awesome.
like what I want to say about Comic Con as well, is I'm so disappointed I didn't get to stay fully because there's 3 floors. I only saw 1 floor.
Okay.
I only saw 1 floor, and I know DTM went up and got autographs with Linda Hamilton and a photo of Michael Byrne, and who was the other one that was there again? Someone tell me. Anyway, yeah, the other.
There was James Marsden.
Robert Patrick. Robert Patrick. Yeah. So yeah, like, and at that, I even held on probably longer than I should have. The guys were saying to me like, "Shouldn't you be going home by now?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go in a minute now or whatever." So it didn't end after I left. Obviously, the guys went on to Captain America's, which is a restaurant in Dublin, and Connor, being the absolute fucking legend he is, paid for dinner for everyone.
Wow, fucking hell, Con of the Con.
And he did almost kill James as well by pushing him off the Lewis.
So, Jesus Christ. Oh, so that actually happened? That wasn't a joke?
That actually happened. Because I was like messaging. I was like, what the fuck happened there?
I totally thought it was a joke.
And the security guys were dickheads as well.
Oh, really?
Because the last time I went, right, when you're going to the car park, you come up in the elevator and you can't go left because it's an entrance to the convention. You have to go around to the queuing system. But when you're going back to the car, the last time, the security guy left me through the door and it just go down the elevator. Whereas this guy was like, so this time when I was leaving, I was like, can I just go through there to the elevator? No, you must go around the long way. And I was like, it's literally through a door and I'm gone. Like,
security guards taking their job way too.
I appreciate it like he was just doing a job, but come on. Anyway, let's read the comments about everyone else.
Yes, let's get to the comments, board.
There was someone cosplaying as a traffic warden, Connor, at the front of the car park. I did. In Connor's defence, though, I did see all those signs that the thing was full. So obviously, people that got the early bird left early as well.
They because it's an all like it was an all weekend. It's the whole thing, but
11 to 6 both days.
both days. Yeah, that's not so bad, man.
Was someone something telling Connor he needed to exercise? Mick, my name isn't going to be Phil Mitchell now, is it?
No.
Well, if you hadn't said anything, it wouldn't have been. But
I mean,
or
it
or
can
glove,
be
or glove boy Mick.
glove boy Mick.
Mick says the big question is, what does Jono look like? Well, you will have to figure it out the next time you'll have to.
See, this
come
is
to
the truth
Comic-Con.
because I've had banter and fucking shit with John on when the night he came on the show, and still didn't have his webcam working, so I still don't know what John actually looks like. You know, I
James
shall
said,
find out though.
I prefer Peggy.
Oh, Peggy
Peggy's a good
Mitchell.
name for him, actually. That's blue glove. Bleh. Blue
glove Mick to you,
to
Jen.
you, Jono. Good question, Mick. Ben says, how much money would I need to bring up to Comic Con? Depends what you're after, because
Exactly what Brian told me, because I asked him the same question, Ben, was it all depends on what you're actively looking for. If you're looking to buy like figures or comics or get interviews, or not interviews, but you need more for like autographs and stuff like that.
prepare to pay convention prices.
Yes, yeah, you're going to pay more for stuff, but
I know
you
this
definitely need a couple of hundred to fucking swing.
So this is the only figure close to hand, but what's his name? James went to buy a figure about this size, a 4-inch black Spider-Man, and he was quoted €30.
Jesus Christ, man.
It was hilarious.
Oh, so you're definitely paying convention prices, so.
Oh yeah, Mick, I look exactly like me. Mick says, you are me. Connor, we are so pushing Mick off to Lewis next year. I was a bit disappointed meeting Gerald. He didn't have a dinner with him. Oh, Ben, you're as much as you're willing to part with. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
$1 million. Well, we use euro here, Mick, you swine.
$1 million.
Oh, it's Mick's turn for sure. James can help me. Jonathan Redmond, I'll F5 the both of you. Hee ha ha. Yeah, James is one of us now.
Your man bun ponytail.
James is one of us now after bunking on the Lewis, lol. Sure, we never even took a photo. I know.
This is the one thing I was saying to Brian is like, I mean, I maybe I'm different. I mean, I love to take things in with my eyes and just experience stuff, but I also love taking photographs.
Tubbs loves photos himself with everyone.
No, look, let's be honest, right? We got to put it out there for the lads, right? Every single, Brian will vouch for this, every single film set me and Brian have ever been on, I've left that film set with a string of like selfies with every single like cast member, crew, whoever it is. And it's like a mission. So I would guarantee be grabbing selfies with everybody at this thing.
It was just Tubbs and the selfies.
Well, I mean, like it's me and the person. That's kind of my shtick.
By the sounds of Tubbs' height, he only gets to see shins and knees. Yeah, I made that joke.
Shins and knees, but I can jump pretty high, bud.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
I used to be able to jump pretty high. Now I'm fucking a bit older, so that the knees kick a bit.
Yeah, Mick Leonard was there. He tried to. I went on their podcast a couple of weeks back, and his version of Tubbs, Ben, was there, and Mick was like, "Oh, watch this! I'm going to try and fool Ben to thinking this is just another con goer and see if he remembers you." But Ben was like, "Hey, Brian, how's it going?" And he's like, "Ah, fuck, my plan's ruined."
It did not go to plan.
Shabby and I went to a con with the mindset we're going to enjoy the moment and not take a lot of video pics. Next year, that's exactly what the mindset I went of this year. Does that make me and Si one of you two? We bunked on the Lewis, didn't even pay. Yeah. Isn't that terrible tourism, Tubbs? They came all the way over to UK and didn't even pay for the Lewis.
Dude, I live in Ireland. I wouldn't pay for the Lewis.
What the friends is the Lewis? It's our tram system. That's fantastic.
Oh, dude, it's like This is not a dig on Dublin at all, guys. I'm not
When you
even.
say that, you're just saying sorry before.
No, it's not. It's right. Dublin's great, not right, but my God, that fucking Lewis, man, it is like it makes me want to punch myself in the fucking face and like dig my fucking balls against the fucking wall or
Why?
something. It wrecks my fucking head, man. And it just, I don't know, because
Why?
it kind of because it takes you to the shitty parts of Dublin you don't want to go to. That's basically what I'm saying. No, I don't like the Lewis.
That's kind of what transport systems do, though.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's one of those things where, like, if I can get to the fucking con, it's like I remember me and my friend Phil were going to. It was a Monday Night Raw. It was like they did the live shows
In the Tree Arena.
In the Tree Arena, and we obviously got off the fucking train and we walked down to where it was. But we'd never been there before, so we like took a wrong turn. We ended up taking like a left turn off of fucking some street. And
so
kept walking.
let me stop you.
Go on.
So you're bitching about a whole travel system because you, the idiot, got on the wrong one.
Hey, it's not my fault, all right? But anyway, we ended up over this bridge, all right? And the further we walked in, man, I mean, do you know when you just know you're someplace you should not fucking be? Like the minute you come over a bridge, it's like there's like groups of young fellas huddled around fucking everywhere.
Motherfucker, you grew up in my Ross. You should be right at home.
Yeah, but Dublin is just worse, man. It's just worse. And I love you guys, all right? I do, but
see this. You got me defending Dublin on here now, like.
No, yeah. It's just look. I'm sure there's places in Ireland that people are big fans of either. I was just never a big Dublin fan. It's too chaotic, man. It's too hectic for me.
Anyway, same thing.
It does, man. It fucks my brain goes mental up there.
Plan to take loads, but yapping in that plane without the window. Dublin Crims for life, yo. Claire loved the architecture pics. Oh, for sure. Claire, Lol, Dave, and Helen too. Shabby Geek, it's the tram that runs around Dublin, known locally as the Daniel Day. I like that. Daniel Day Lewis. Huh? Gotcha, Connor. Yeah, Brian's directions to the stall were subpar to say the least. Got a bag full of business cards. I was like, yeah, this is over that corner somewhere.
I love that he managed to get the subpar 7 in there. It's fucking nicely done, John.
There was lots of Super 7 figures on sale there, actually. You know, the funny thing, or things that stood out to me, it was so easy chatting and hanging out with everyone, even though I had never met anyone in person. It was such a good crack. Yeah, that's it. Like it's like we knew
that's fucking awesome, dude.
Each other for years. It's amazing, like how easy it is to talk to someone once you've kind of like on this thing nearly every day. Like, you know, you think it would be awkward, but there was that initial 5 seconds of awkward when I didn't know who was who. But after that,
but you know what it is as well is I do agree with what you're saying, Brian. It's I know we do this show weekly, and all the lads are kind of basically everyone that comes on in the chat is like a big part of the show. It's the organic. That's what makes the show so organic. Like, but the fact that we have the chat boards and the groups and stuff as well, you're actively chatting and you're actively finding out, inside jokes with people, and you have your messages. You are forming bonds, like, you know, even though you physically never met, which is cool, you know.
Yeah. What James said, yeah exactly. Connor
what
says,
James said, yes.
Shabby Geek, when we got to one, it turned up, and most people, no names, had no tickets. It was DTM Cycler. How would you find a Lewis ticket anyway? Yeah, big time, James. Excuse me, Connor. That's what I look for from the con experience too, James. Like old chums just getting along. Exactly. Manga Fandanga. Connor, you know, alone, proper gent.
And I've said it about me and you 100 times, but isn't like because me and Brian, we're coming up on like 10 years. We met 10 years now.
Well, longer, I would say, nearly.
Is it a bit longer than that? Because
me
and Brian didn't know each other up until a point, and then I remember Brian just texted me one day about a film, and we'd never met each other, and we just bumped and spitballed, and now we're fucking best mates. It's mad how our organic friendships can.
Cubs talked so much, I eventually had to say something.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta shut this guy up. He just talks too much. And I was like, oh, someone that gets it. I've been asking. I wanted a friend that would just, shut me up.
That was so good of you, Connor. But in fairness, you did push me off the Lewis. Navin for life.
Navin for life.
G4 says, Connor promises me dinner quite often. Never happens. Yeah, Connor was awesome for organising the meal.
Fair play,
Connor
buddy.
says, James, I know I said it a million times, but I'm really sorry.
Oh, so Connor genuinely does feel bad about this.
Okay, so I don't know if you've said it already, like, but I think you should like drop me a comment to explain exactly what happened, so Tubbs knows how James
Oh,
got pushed off the thing,
for which?
or how Connor or how James got pushed off to Lewis.
Yes, do explain it to me, Connor. Explain
Yes,
this travesty that you committed on the Lewis.
G-Force screw Supermax. You wouldn't say that if you'd eaten Supermax G-Force.
Yeah, Supermax is
You
fucking
would say,
unreal.
fuck Supermax.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have pushed you off to Lewis, James, just saying. Exercise the right to ruin everyone's day by all accounts. Yeah, that's Tubbs' one. Doesn't help. John said Brian missed out on the lunatic dressed up head to toe in Barbie gear, having a go at the religious preacher on Grafton Street. Wow.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, wow.
See what I mean? Dublin. That's Dublin. It's fucking madness in all degrees.
James, I'm only joking. No need for apologies, Connor. I didn't mind at all. All part of the crack was a super day. Nearly got killed, but fine. Don't worry about
Fucking
it.
sure. How bad?
Vern is here. Hello.
Sorry,
Hey,
Vern.
how you doing? Mod Extra. Yes, it is the SDCC Street Fighter figure. I got it. I'm on the Jada Toys Facebook, or not the Jada Toys Facebook group. And about 3 days after SDCC, someone threw up a link for a website called Pop Culture with an A.au, and they had a bunch of these on sale. And a lot of people in the chat were like, I'm skeptical about this thing. But I had bought a pop for my girlfriend for Christmas the year before from them. So I was like, yeah, they're a grand. I'll take a chance.
Yeah.
And yeah, it arrived a week later. So I had the whole box, the whole lot over there. Perfect.
And now, would you be buying any of the old Street Fighter figures off of the old AliExpress, like?
But they haven't appeared on AliExpress yet. Like,
Oh, well. Or Wish. Would you buy some off Wish?
I wouldn't buy anything off Wish.
What? This is what I would love to see. I would love to see what some of the collectors just like buy some fucking like Street Fighter figures from Wish just to see how they arrive.
Why? Because it's money away from buying a proper one. And
yeah, but I mean, like it'd be fun video, like.
Nah, they just fall apart.
Whether it will fall apart in the box or fucking or actually have a half decent figure in your hand.
Claire, you might not have pushed James off the tram, but you didn't stop Connor either.
Guilty by association.
Yeah. All right, Vern. So Vern, Mod Extra, Jonathan. Hey, Vern. I heard Claire told him to do it, Jonathan. Very possible. I mean, I wasn't there, so
have we not learned that's how all the wars start, right? It's the same with Troy. It was the same with fucking.
I beg you, do not go continue on this.
I'm stopping. I'm stopping.
This track. That's what I
I
heard.
apologize. I'm only joking.
Now I think about it, Shabby. Ooh. Claire with the evil laugh. Shabby Geek, yep. Ben says, I would like to see Simon Pegg and Nick at Dublin Comic Con. No, that would be cool if they were there.
Yeah, I mean, it would be. But isn't Simon Pegg like super famous from the Mission Impossible movies these days?
Star Wars and stuff.
And the Star Wars and stuff. I'd say he'd be a hard get to.
But they did have all the Terminator guys there, and
that's true. That's true.
They had the guy who does the voice for Master Chief, and the girl who does the voice for Cortana there as well.
Oh, cool, cool.
Shabby, did you bump into any celebrities? I know DTM got a photo taken with them, so I didn't bump into any myself. Now,
correct me if I'm wrong, because I knew of other people that had gone up to. Is it true that like Linda Hamilton was going around like kissing everyone that got a photo?
Yeah, I've seen people getting kissed by her in the fucking photos and stuff. So hopefully
now I'm so sick and I didn't go.
Hopefully she didn't have COVID, or if she doesn't, she has it now.
If she had COVID, just go back in time. Just go back in time.
It's in the movie tubs. That's just not
if anything, She's someone you want in your corner, like to fight the viruses and everything that are wiping out the world. You know.
Yeah, Chevy, Jonathan Redmond.
And she's also going to be in season 5 of Stranger Things.
Oh, I
Hmm.
hope she's better than the last Terminator film she was in. Dave
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Helen
look,
met
can you
Linda.
really blame her for that movie though? Do you know what I mean? I mean, I will say one
She
thing, like
took the
as
money.
bad. Hmm?
She took the money, so I
She
can.
took the money. No, but what I'm saying is that movie in general is like she was acting her socks off in that, and so was Ernie. Just the movie was just bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chevy. I heard Jono bumped a few celebs. Well, Connor almost bumped one off the Lewis. So,
Yes, James is quite the celeb in the old chats there. So like, no.
Ruffalo, so I saw that photo, Jonathan. Uh,
Hmm.
good old DTM and Helen. Can't wait to meet them. So, fantastic group of people who would make anyone feel welcome. Yeah, 100%.
Hmm.
Agreed. Miriam agreed, definitely. What Miriam said, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. Okay, so here we go. We arrived at the Lewis, and one turned up, no time to pay, and next one was not for 15 minutes. So we hopped on. Then I saw one of the security guards and panicked and said, we better get off. I went to get off with James. Ooh, oi, oi. And the doors closed and we drove off without him. Then the
Oh my
security guy
fucking
disappeared.
god!
Oh,
It makes it so much worse.
yeah.
I thought when you were telling me the story that he pushed him off like jokingly, and he just went back on. The fact that the doors closed and he took off without him. Bad Connor. Bold,
That's
bold Connor.
that's that's a sketch in the making. Like,
But I know we're saying bold Connor. Kind of legendary to be fucking fair. I'm sorry, James. It's very fucking like
oh man.
yeah.
Um, Mick says Connor must have been dreaming that James was me and then pushed him off the loose.
Like let's be honest about it, right?
Off
It's
and under are very different.
but these are the type of story. These are the type of stories you kind of that make these things better.
They will
Do you
go
know what I mean?
go down in legend. Like,
All in good fun. Do you know what I mean? Like as I said, James it was even saying it was all in good fun and everything. But it's a story that can never be taken away. You know.
Connor, was this the same guy holding no car park spaces?
So it was basically Connor the whole time. He was
Oh
just
yeah,
fucking
really
pointing
weird.
left and right.
I forgot to tell you that then when I was coming in to the car park, right? And Joe, the way you go down, you press the button for your ticket or whatever. There was
Yeah.
a guy manning that, and I had the Deadpool hat on, and I put down the window or whatever. And I'm not being racist here now, but I'm just taking off the guy's accent, right? He goes to me, "You like a Deadpool?" I was like, "What? You like Deadpool?" And I had to think for a minute. I was like, "Oh, yeah, the hat, yeah, Deadpool's class, man. Okay, enjoy your day." I was like, "Okay, thanks."
And in you go.
Get away from him.
I'm just going to throw it out there. That was so fucking racist of you right there. Bloody racist, Joe.
If that's racist, the amount of things you've said.
But I say it all in good fun. It's all joking. It's
Anyway,
messing.
Connor
No, we're
channeling
not
his
buying
inner.
that. No, okay.
I ain't buying what you're selling, bud. Um,
You go and take your ketamine, Brian, right?
well,
Yeah,
Connor
buddy.
channeling his inner Jason Bourne. Mick says, enjoy jail, I will haunt you in your dreams. Mick. Vern. Mick Hoolan, I would never dare push off Lewis. James is just from Navan, so it's cool. Lewis Gate, I will have my revenge.
Lewis Gate.
And
Oh,
that is what it'll be forever.
2024 is going to be a very different ball again, buddy.
Oh, yeah, Mick gets pushed from the dart. Us Wexford folk have no quarrel with Dublin folk, to be fair.
Do you know? I will
Yeah,
say
Wexford
one thing,
never do
right?
any damage in Dublin, to be fair.
I will say one thing. Like I wasn't at Comic Con with you guys, right? But this entire conversation in chat, I not one point have I felt left out of the conversation or anything. It's been such a cool fucking just to hear your stories and stuff. It's been really cool.
Um, the pure look of horror on Connor's face when we couldn't get off the tram to James. And apparently they did get off. They did get off at the next step as well to wait for James as
Just
well.
further up, like.
Yeah. Now what I will say is, if I was James, I would have rather them go on to the third stop where they were heading, because then there's the confusing minute of shit. What stop will I get off at now?
Hmm.
So obviously
And
he went.
you just drove right up to the con, right?
Yeah, and I drove away, and I was
Yeah, I'm
3.
totally coming with you next year. So,
I'm not going by car next time.
so we have to get on the damn Lewis next time.
I'm going to train the next time. Yeah.
Okay, okay, we'll do it again. Do the train, and then I'll vlog the whole train ride and wreck your head.
Miriam, I felt so bad. Luckily, as I went to college and worked in Dublin, I knew I would be okay. Yes, Jonathan, I forgot that we were on the north side. Simon says, ended well, as after we all
Isn't
had
the
a
north
fantastic.
side like D4 Dublin?
No, that's south side.
Oh, south side, all right, okay.
There's the north side and there's the south side.
D4 is down in south, isn't it?
Ended well, as we all had a fantastic afternoon at Captain America's. So all good in the Dublin hood.
And did many of you stay like overnight, or did you? Obviously, some of you were over for the weekend and stuff.
Pints.
Yeah.
What's I said? Nothing said about me protecting James and leaving the UK guys out to hang. Connor, we were safe. We had Miriam and Jared. Yeah, but Connor, they have a thing about leaving places now, after the last time they left something. A little EU joke for you there.
A little politic joke there to end the night.
What Claire said. I knew you guys would get away with it, though. You met Apu. I surely did, my friend.
Yes, you did.
I did. Except now he's working as a parking guy. Connor said, lesson learned, don't drop acid before Comic Con again.
I mean, it's a valuable lesson to learn, Connor.
And there was Connor went out for a vape or whatever, and we all walked out, and there was guys like doing that LARPing thing over in the corner. Do you know that was in the Hawkeye TV
really?
show? Where they're like all dressed up in armor, smashing the shit out of one another. It was very funny.
Yeah.
And across the road from us in as well, there was like I'd say 20, maybe 30 guys, or 30, not guys, but a group of 30 people, and they were like acting out some anime scene. It was really cool, like.
Fucking cool. See, like, I mean, that kind of stuff I think is fucking is really cool to see, because I mean, Dublin Comic Con, I was never sure, like I mean, you had taught me you had been a few times and stuff, but it was like I was always wondering, like, do they go the full hog, or is it kind of like a watered down version?
100%.
Obviously, it's not like San Diego Comic Con in any way.
Anime is massive up there as well. But
I mean, dude, it's crazy, because I was only talking to my friend about this the other night. It's like, do you know when we were all growing up, like anime and manga and fucking all that kind of stuff? It was classed as, that's the nerdy characters. Everyone is clued into anime now, and it's like even fucking like my daughter.
But I think as well, it's a
generational thing now.
I think years ago as well, there was people, but they were afraid to be out about it. Like
look at Pokemon. Pokemon is fucking the most famous thing in the world now. Do you know what I mean?
Catch them all, and they were catching all the fans in the world. That's what it meant.
Yeah, do you remember there was people fucking getting hit by trucks now because Pokemon got so popular?
Oh, that's
Gotta
Pokemon
catch this
Go.
fucking Pokemon in the middle of the street
Go
there,
thing,
guys.
that's dangerous.
Yeah, fucking mental.
Connor was probably having to carry around that Batmobile all day. Now, let's not lie here. We know that there was stuff left with ladies for a long time while we walked around.
Oh, so the boys left the stuff with all the girls, so yeah.
Mick says harsh Brian. Tubbs, I agree, I'm on the other side of the globe. Jonathan said, I'm selling tickets for 2024 to push Tubbs off to Lewis.
Don't do it, buddy. I'll fucking tuck and roll and I'll come and bite your knees off. Like,
it'll just go over his head. There's no point.
Yeah, you'll push yourself out, because I will be too small to reach.
Mick says you run through your legs as you go to push him.
Dude, I'd be like a spider monkey. I'll cling to your fucking leg, like.
You get on a net pole with that ticky, Mick. Ticky. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Jonathan Raymond. Advertising, Mick. Advertising. So, yeah, like, it took me then. My nightmare day wasn't over. Well, no, my nightmare day traveling wasn't over. It took me 3 hours to get back to Limerick
Fuck, was heavy
because
traffic coming back then?
I went back through the port tunnel and 2 more. So I had about 4 more tolls because I had the toll in the port tunnel, I had the M50 toll, I had the Port Leash toll, and then going to the wedding, I had the Innis Road fucking toll as well.
Where was the wedding on?
Um, just past Shannon.
Oh,
What's it
so
called?
you had to fucking come back and pass Limerick and everything.
Like I said to Jonathan up in Dublin, I had to go home, then go another 40 minutes the opposite way.
I mean, if you had thought about it, you probably would have been better off if you brought your clothes and then spun off the other direction.
Yeah, but I had to go home and let the dog out to take a piss in the fish shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So, and change.
Because when
I
you
guess,
said though you were going to the wedding, I mean, because when you said you were going to Dublin and you were going to go to the con and then come back, I figured that like the wedding was in like the Castletroy Hotel or something, or like the Green Hills, or it was like Limerick based.
it would have probably been more expensive if the wedding was on in those places.
Yeah, no, but for you, I mean, I thought that's why you would have been kind of okay for time and stuff. But then you had to like travel another fucking nearly half an hour, 40 minutes out the road.
Well, like I thought, like I said, once I got home and got changed, I can kind of relax now because I know I've only a smaller drive to get there, and it's
And
mostly motorway as
did
well.
you drink at the wedding?
A little bit.
So you
But
weren't driving?
no, we stayed overnight. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we stayed overnight. It was like, what was it?
that makes perfect sense. So,
It was 145 quid for the night,
yeah.
and we got breakfast and everything the following morning. But still, I was utterly bollocks the following day.
You were. You text me and said you were
Because, like,
absolutely fucked the next day.
you know what's funny, right? I went to the wedding, and they were just doing dinner, and I kind of sat there and I was like, for about 3 hours, wrecked, tired. And then I don't know what it was.
Was
I
the
don't know what it
traveling out?
was. I got a massive second wind about 10 o'clock, and I didn't go to bed till 3:30. And I don't think slept until about 5. And then,
Yeah,
of
see,
course,
there was lack of sleep, so man, it was fucking, and it was all the traveling and everything else attached. And now you're sick.
I woke up at 8:30 then and was like, oh, we'll go down for dinner or breakfast in a minute. I was like, no, I don't want to go anywhere. So that kind of way.
Because I mean, when you text me, what was my reply to you? Was like when you were saying, "Oh, I'm wrecked today," and I was like, "Oh, was Brian drunky drunk?" And you were like, "No, I'm just actually fucking wrecked."
Yeah, I was done. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I went to whatchamacallit then. Got myself some antibiotics yesterday. So
And
I've been,
do you think all the weekend and stuff?
yeah,
Like,
I think it was like the whole pressure of the whole weekend, the whole week leading up to it as well. I just
yeah.
maybe
So you were kind of like
I hit the
draining
proverbial
down.
wall, so they say.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
come here, that happens, but that happens. You know, fucking, we can stress
Um,
ourselves into antibiotics basically. So.
John just said that's some savage amount of driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
The driving itself, I don't mind because I just stick on a podcast, go on cruise control, and let it go. Like, but yeah, it's just I think it was just the mental drain more than anything.
Yeah.
Of,
Yeah, because I mean, to be fair, that was a massive feat, dude. It was going the whole way to Dublin to meet the lads, experience the con, didn't have to fly back, get dressed, get fucking whatever, and then fly back out again, and then put in the hours at the wedding after it.
well, I wouldn't even call it putting in the hours. I did enjoy that too. Like,
Dude, I did food shopping the other day, and I was fucking wrecked for the whole day. Like, I'm the more good. My legs don't even work. Brian, my legs are sore. He was like, I'll bet you.
I was like, yeah, Thomas, I will kill you.
He was like, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, but you don't understand the pain I'm going through in my feet right now. They're so super sore.
Jar got a nice hot toy. Yeah, he got an Ahsoka hot toy.
Oh fuck yeah! I saw the pictures and
Really,
stuff.
really cool.
Funny enough, I was actually looking up the Michael Keaton Batman hot toy, 2 days ago, and I was even going like, oh man! I said if I could find 400 quid, like I'm pretty sure I'd buy it.
I couldn't do it. I could like.
See, that's my problem. Is
Galactus.
I can't afford that kind of mad buying. Right, I just can't, because obviously I have the 3 kids and everything. So the kind of my spending has to be kind of segregated to when I can afford it. But
Yes,
my
you
God,
did,
man,
Gerard.
I was looking at it like fuck me, it looks so good. But then
Nice
again,
one
it's
there.
fucking
Good deal. Jonathan said Big Bang had proper bargains. G-Force's Concorde is a real thing. Take your vitamins beforehand.
Yeah.
No, it
I'm
just
starting
affects
to
me
learn
more.
that, man.
It just affects me more, and it's a bit of a long-term illness thing as well. So
Yeah.
it's not hectic. The sold someone to those Star Wars helmets. Ben said, Tubbs, I walk into you and join you. I will say now, Ben, we're about to turn off for the night, so
Yeah,
uh,
fucking. We're
for sure,
calling
James.
it a night soon, there, kid.
Even in the time we were all beside their booth, you could see the stock flying off the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even go over and talk to John actually when at the con as well. Like it's just he was up to his asshole people as well. So yeah, I did miss out on one thing I was looking for, and I think Connor was kind of eyeing it up as well. Was the Skrull Marvel Legends 2-pack.
Okay.
That'll come around again. I know Hasbro Pulse has it, so I might get that during the week or something. We'll see
Yeah, cool.
how the funds are. So yeah, so excuse me. That's been my wrap up on Comic Con. And next week, Tubbs, you will be doing all the talking.
Dude, I did all the talking this week. I'm joking. Yeah, so fucking yeah, same time, same bad channel and all that crack. I mean, no, I quite enjoyed tonight, man. I quite enjoyed just like sitting there listening and about fucking about the comings and goings of the group and meeting for the first time and potential, attempted murder of James. It's a good crack, like.
James said, John actually said, how do you all know each other? And he was laughing away. The BB folks are so busy, he didn't want to bug them. Yeah, it was they had the biggest stand there and stuff was flying off the shelves.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, was there like, to be fair, they're a massive fucking place in Dublin as well. Like,
I will say as well, I got the Jaded Toys Ryu from, it was Uncanny Collectibles. They're another Irish. They're another Irish site.
Is that an Irish site?
Yeah, they have their own website and everything.
Okay. And they sell directly from like this. Obviously, you buy it from.
They have a website as well.
But I mean, but it's been sent from Ireland, like within Ireland, like.
Oh yeah, they're based in like Kildare or something, I think.
Oh, okay. Uncanny Collectibles. Send me the link to that in a while.
Google it, you'll find it straight away. Tubbs, there was even a few dudes dressed up as Superman, but not the shitty one that he's dead die. Simon said he picked up the Green Goblin. MJ said at the Big Bang stall, mint. Yeah, that was class.
Mint, deadly.
Well, yeah, the one thing I wanted to and actually, when I went to buy it, I was looking at the wedding on my phone on their website, and it was still in stock, and there was loads of shit going on around me. So I was like, I'll do this tomorrow. Put the phone back in my pocket.
Couldn't even concentrate. Make a purchase. And,
it was gone the following day. So yeah,
fuck. You should have just fucking like zoned the wedding out and just made the purchase.
But then I wouldn't have had money to get fee long, so it all worked out.
There you go.
And yeah, so Connor says you can go to Uncanny Collectibles, but need to make an appointment with them. I think they operate out of a small warehouse. Yeah, it's very like In-Demand Toys in the UK.
But you can just go online and
yeah, you can buy from their store, but you can go there as well.
From the store, like, yeah.
This is what he was saying. Ben said he'd text you about this after this about the picture as well.
Oh yeah, cool. Not about it, Ben.
So yeah, guys, that's it. That's the end of our show for another week. And I am fucking sweating because the heat in here is
you need to go to bed is what you need to do.
No, not even that. It's really, really warm.
No, it is warm today, though.
Yep. And it's been a lot of fun.
Heat has us fucked up, kids.
And it was obviously fantastic to meet everyone at the weekend. And I can't wait till the next meetup as well. It doesn't even have to be until...
And as we were saying, is even if it's not even a con, just we'll try and do something cool.
Yeah, even I don't know, was it Connor or James that they'd probably come to Limerick as well. It was Connor actually, and I said don't.
Boys, come down.
There's nothing here for you, only us.
There's nothing here, but what me and Brian will do is we'll set up a fucking hour stage or whatever, and I'll fight a bear in the field. It'll be good crack.
Yeah.
And tag in 2 Shetland ponies. It'll be fucking unreal, kid.
Not what Tubbs said. What a mad few days, folks. It was great to see everyone. Pleasure to spend the day with the CC crew. Yeah, even if you did come down, we'd go for dinner or whatever.
Yeah, I'd be well up
have
for that, dude.
chats. And I would tear Tubbs out of his house in front of you.
Oh, dude, I would 100%. Yeah, if the lads come to Limerick, I'll fucking make sure I'm freed up as a motherfucker for.
Manga Fandanga said tip top stream. And James said, yeah, I would
Do you
go
know
to
what we
Limerick.
could do, Brian?
Go on.
If the lads did come to Limerick, we could go for dinner and we could go into fucking Barcade.
That's a good idea too. There's
There
a
you go.
retro arcade inside in town. It's really fun.
Yeah,
All classic games and stuff. And they do
yeah,
food.
cool,
They do
good old
food in
fucking
there.
crack, like.
That's the
Yeah.
They do the restaurant in
There
there.
you go. Just go to the Barcade. We'll have a fucking crack in there.
Yeah, we'll go to Limerick too. Definitely on for a few more regular meetups.
And then the wee hours of the morning, boys, we go tipping cows in the fucking local field. Be great crack.
Well, whatever Tubbs wants to do afterwards, that's his own business.
Have you never gone tipping cows, man? That's some funny shit, man.
No, and I live in the country. Great chat, lads. Thanks, G-Force. TJ said he will be streaming retro games tomorrow night. Tune in if you're free, 7:30 UK time. So make sure and drop TJ, subscribe, and check out his streaming. Awesome stream as always, guys. Thank you, Jonathan, again.
Thank you, buddy.
Dublin was a pleasure, fellas.
I look forward to meeting you all at the next one or before, dudes. And do
Chicken
that.
Shack or whatever it's called. Yeah, Chicken Hut. Oh, you don't want to go there.
The Chicken Hut, kid.
We will get you on that.
James, if you come to Limerick, I'm gonna treat you to. We'll have to make 2 trips, right? We'll have to go to Burger King and buy an extra large bacon double cheeseburger, and then take a stroll to the Chicken Hut, buy the gravy, open the burger, and put that shit on. It's the messiest thing you'll ever eat in your fucking life, but it's unfucking real.
Please don't. It's slop. Cows weigh like 2,500 pounds.
Dude, I never said we were knocking them. Like, I mean, the whole point is to see, can you?
Is there Supermax in Limerick? Yes, there's plenty.
There's plenty, yeah.
Awesome stream, guys. We even have a thing where the guy running Supermax lost the franchise, and it's now called, what is it?
And now it's called the Hungry Lion.
And it's the most rotten fucking shit ever.
Oh, dude, I can't understand it. It's like the same fucking building. It's the same fucking thing, and the food does not taste the same.
Just because he doesn't have the secret sauce or whatever shit that was.
It doesn't have the secret sauce. There you go. There you go.
It was a great day. All Jared, it was fantastic meeting you and Miriam as well.
I look forward to eventually meeting people.
Count me in, Tubbs, and at least Noah Lewis and Limerick. Yeah, we've just got buses full of scumbags and
yeah, basically buses, scumbags, and junkies. It's fucking great, crap.
If someone asks you for €2 for the bus,
just hit to start running.
Just say, yeah, I'll pay for the bus when it arrives, and they'll fuck off then.
Yep.
Lol, Mick. Okay, so really ending it this time. Thank you, everyone, for checking out the show and listening to me.
As always, guys.
Yarp on and sharing your stories as well from the weekend. And with that, we will see you next Tuesday. Yeah, that's it. Next Tuesday, another Culture Cast 106.5 FM. Just sound.
And we'll probably be covering culture stuff if there's any there.
Hopefully, there's more. And if not, we'll talk about something else random.
Yeah. Oh, and just one last thing is, if anyone wants to go watch a fucked up fucking crazy fucking movie, watch Infinity Pool. That movie is balls to the fucking wall, mental.
I've heard about it.
Fucking yeah, Maya Gott is in it, and Alexander Skarsgård. It's a trippy watch, and it's a fucking mental case of a movie. Worth the 2 hours.
See you later, Mod Extra.
See you later, dude.
Later, guys.
Later, buddy. Bye, guys.
Good one.